win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text, and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
The Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James is now on The Street 919 FM every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday. The Bible says, the Gospel of the Kingdom shall be preached in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end shall come. For more info, call 652-0924 or 298-4540 and join us every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday for the Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James.
Hi there, I'm Lester Sublal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
Hi, Trinidad and Tobago. This is yours truly, Pastor Charles, streaming live from Port of Spain, Trinidad, Marval Road, 91.9. Every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning. I tell you, we are going to have a T-I-M-E time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.9 FM Street Live, Port of Spain, Marava.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. On Sundays, Ministry of Worship, Children's Hour, and the Word. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation. On Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call at 753-1113 or 239-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the house of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Hey, just in case you didn't know, every morning on the Street 919 FM, taking Sharon and Bruce Wayne, the Titans of Democracy. That's the morning show.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
And now for the reading of the daily newspapers.
Well, a pleasant good morning to each and everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Titans of Democracy right here on the Street 919 FM. Let me thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me here safe, sound, and all in one piece. A pleasant good morning going on to my entire family. A good morning to the lovely Miss Sharon Felix and her entire family. Good morning to you, our callers, all our listeners, to all of our viewers online. For those of you that are locked on via whatever mechanism that you are, it's always good to have you guys on the inside with us. Pleasant good morning also going on to the management and staff of the Street 919 FM. Good morning to Mr. Iwer George and his entire family. And let me remind you that we are live and alive on Facebook and on YouTube. Yes, on Facebook at the Street 919 FM. Make sure and always share the live so that others can have a chance to see us live and alive in studio as well. And also you can log on to us on YouTube at Iwer TV. So today is Monday, the 8th of March 2021. And as I get ready to get into our online papers for today, headlines in the Express: Why I Was Silent. President finally speaks out on violence as world observes International Women's Day. And let me say, happy International Women's Day to all the beautiful ladies of TNT and around the world. Yes, today is Women's Day. Search goes on for missing hiker. So let's get inside and see what's going on. Why I Was Silent. After sustaining widespread criticism for her perceived silence on mounting violent crimes against women, Trinidad and Tobago's first female president, Paula Mae Weeks, hold on, let me get in quickly. Paula Mae Weeks has broken her silence. In a lengthy address on International Women's Day, being celebrated today, which was also published as an advertisement in the daily newspapers on Sunday, Weeks declined to offer platitudes based on her personal despair and instead suggested that hope for change lay in the activism taken on by the national community. Walk out from your workplaces. 19 activist groups have invited the nation to stage a walkout from workplaces in observation today of International Women's Day and to honor the activism that followed the murders of several young women, including Andrea Barrett. Okay. Hopes fade for missing hiker. With each minute that passes, it is becoming less and less likely that missing hiker Kwade Shah will be found alive. Even some of his friends and family members have, have apparently accepted that Shah is no longer alive and have instead mobilized searches to locate his body. Remembering Andrea Ashanti. He has suffered the horrific loss of his only daughter to violence, but Randolph Barrett remains optimistic on this International Women's Day. Resident, are they waiting for someone to die? What the hell is this I seen here? On 2 occasions in the past week, freight container trucks passing through an uneven stretch of road in Cragnish Village, Princestown, nearly toppled over onto oncoming, onto oncoming traffic and could go neither forward nor back. The result was the traffic backed up on both ends, while passenger cars crawled around the trucks, hoping it would not be the moment they capsize. Whoa. Hey boy. The man who was supposed to be MP. He was the People's Choice for the People's National Movement PNM in the 2020 general elections, but not the party's choice. Trucker crushed by freight container. A trailer truck transporting a freight container jackknifed on the Sir Solomon Hotroy Highway on Saturday night, pinning the driver inside. How Heritage Team saved $250 million. As Chief Executive Officer of Heritage Petroleum Company Limited, Arlene Chow is the highest-ranking woman in what has for decades been Trinidad and Tobago's biggest... let me get inside. Biggest revenue-earning industry. But given her decades of experience at managerial levels, both locally and overseas, the Board of Heritage had little hesitation in offering her the job for the simple reason that she was the best person for it. Excellent. Heartbreak, anger over drowning of beloved. Okay. The search continues this morning for, well, this would have been yesterday, who disappeared in the waters off Trinidad's north coast on Saturday. Ministries did not know campaign backfires. A new information campaign on the Ministry of Works and Transport social media has been met with backlash from citizens who question its effectiveness. So these are the stories that are making way in the online express at this time. So as we get over to the Newsday, 15,000 babies born in 2020 during pandemic. Okay. Schools in Port of Spain and environs underperforming. UNFPA, woman, the world needs you. Yes, TT should celebrate, but women, stay the course. Minister, UNC using water for political agenda. 4 COVID-19 cases in 3 days. Okay. MSJ leader, WASA's one-man ship can sink. 13 million women in Caribbean, Latin America lost jobs during pandemic. Aftershock principal guides Maria Regina School through COVID-19 fear. 3 more months to fix tint on vehicles. Cabinet report, WASA overstaffed by 3,000 employees. New bridge for Peytonville residents. Thieves strike Hatter's Panyard in San Fernando. PNM to discuss PDP's power sharing proposal. Hundreds launch safety for women petition at Port of Spain Vigil. Gender Minister, senior cop, women struggle under pandemic. And this was at the PNM Women's League International Women's Day function on Saturday. Agostini's buys out 2 pharmaceutical companies, looks forward to roll in COVID-19 vaccinations. Active COVID-19 cases down to 96. Hall of Justice closed after member contracts COVID-19. Cox, women, girls more vulnerable to HIV/AIDS. Gonzalez tells Parliament, rampant corporate corruption at WASA. And these are the stories that are making way in the Newsday, the online Newsday at this time. So as we get over to the Guardian, headlines in the Guardian, deadly drive. Truck driver crushed to death in highway crash. A 36-year-old truck driver from Sangre Grande died in an accident in Chaguanas on Saturday night. Condolences to the family. Weeks pleased with citizens' activism for women. TNTech workers protest supervisors' transfer over race tension. Coast Guard continues search for hiker's body. UNC PNM spar over WASA. Man chopped to death in Arima. Automotive dealers, boss wary of super fuel removal. Countries must implement gender policies, says Kamona. UN resident, pandemic shed light on women's vulnerabilities. MSJ head warns super fuel removal will hurt citizens. 1,339 pounds of garbage found in Carnage coastal cleanup. Man charged with receiving stolen tires. 3 homeless after Superior fire. TUCO chair urges corporate TNT to support Calypsonians. Care Foundation starts $0.7 million medication drive. Government to decide on removing super gasoline. Dr. Chris Rampasad premieres new multimedia literacy genre at Commonwealth Day. 3 new COVID cases. So these are the stories making way in The Guardian, The Newsday, and The Express at this time. So you can go there, get the papers of your choice, take a look at the stories, read up on the stories, see what's happening. So in just a few minutes, I'll be playing a music video for you. So you gotta keep it locked to the Street 919 FM. This is
this racism. Stop killing we African people, stop killing we Africans, stop killing we. Cause we tired, yes we tired, but I got this put a helping hand. Tell me why they do not like the Africans, but I God I don't know what they did to them. Every day they killing African children, so I want to know why they kill we and the police to kill we and the army kill we, politicians to kill we, but I got this answer we kill we, CIA want to kill we, KKK want to kill we, racist skinheads to kill we. Africans we have to unite, build black business and treat each other right. Spend your money in black community, only then they will have respect for we. Over 400 years we suffering, we survived the torture, burning, rapes, hangings, cities burning up, the whole world protesting. Black people tired of hate and racism, so I ask again why they kill we, send the police to kill we army, kill we. Politicians who kill we. Father God, please answer we, kill we. HIV me too, kill we. COVID-19 too, kill we. Ebola me too, kill we. Africans, we have to unite. Build black business and treat each other right. Spend your money in black communities. Only then they will have respect for we. Police kill just right for the world to see. Police criminals in black communities. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King they kill. Black lives matter, black people are dying still. So I ask again why they kill we. Send the police to kill we. And the army kill we. Politicians to kill we. Father God please answer we, kill we. Vaccinations to kill we. Jim Crow laws made to kill we. Bill Gates he want to kill we. Africans we have to unite. Build black business and treat each other right. Spend your money in black communities. Only then they will have respect for we. Black people we must unite. Stop killing each other and unite. Demand that they should be right. Respect we Africans should be right. Black people we must unite. Stop killing each other and unite. Demand that they should be right. Respect we Africans should be right. Black people we must unite. Stop killing each other and unite. Demand that they should be right. Respect we Africans should be right. Black people we must unite. Stop killing each other and unite. Demand that they should be right. Respect we Africans should be right.
Are you tired of going place to place with no real solutions for your health concerns? Look no further and let our team at Louis Herbal Health Clinic take care of you with our amazing specials. Now offering iridology scanning, where we utilize a microscopic camera to detect hypertension, liver damage, a weakened immune system, and so much more issues in the body through the eyes. Iridology scanning is 100% safe and pain-free. Also available is our advanced 3D head-to-toe body scanning using the biophilia tracker, a one-of-a-kind radiation-free device used to detect all chronic diseases, disorders, and inflammation in the body in just under 1 hour. Free consultation with any service and the same-day results available. We are located on number 18 Parakeet Street, Tacarigua. To book, call or WhatsApp Shanice today at 278-1661 or find us on Facebook at Louis Herbal TT for more information.
Nikki, you're looking good.
Thanks. I started running around the savannah.
No. I talking about the view on your TV.
Well, I got a total entertainment makeover from DirecTV. I dress up the living room with big savings, easy installation, and new features. Wait, I'm not looking good too?
Of course, but you can step aside. You're blocking the TV.
Switch to new style of TV with DirecTV. Enjoy quick installation, great packages, fantastic channels, and more. You're looking good with DirecTV. Call 877-4388 to sign up today.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT.
Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody.
Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
Dedicated to our hard-working nurses, Alternative International Comedy Festival, 2 North-South Super Shows. 200 nurses will receive complimentary VIP tickets to Love Non-Stop by public demand, returning to Naparima Bowl, Saturday, March 13th, 7 p.m. and Sunday, 14th March, Port of Spain, Napa, 5 p.m. On stage, the nation's funniest stand-up comedians and dramatists. All the bacchanal and drama you want. 2 persons on 1 general ticket. Single tickets also available at Napa Box Office and selected JTA and Extra Food supermarkets. TicketGateway.com, Bellini's Drug Mart, Sutton Street, San Fernando. All health protocols will be in effect. For more info, call 774-5555.
A man praying to God He say, God, woman, they say they have it hard. I want you to change me into a woman. Let me see if they does really have it hard. It may make 2 days. He say, oh, God, change me back. I can't take it. They does really work hard. God say, I can't change you back now. Right now, you're pregnant.
Johnny Q Auto Parts Division says it's an assault on battery prices. Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar. Starting from $488. Yes, $488. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed by Massey Automotive. And only available at Tobago Color Shop. Suppliers of paints, plumbing, and hardware materials. Old Farm Road, Shore Park, Tobago. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And in Trinidad at Johnny Q, 15 R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook. Remember, batteries from $488.
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifaba Mishe Aganki, better known as MC Duke, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Nescafe 3-in-1.
A rich coffee aroma that fills your senses up. A flavor that you savor and overflows your cup. 3-in-1 coffee, cream and sugar, please. Rich, right, and ready to go. A perfect Nescafe.
Nescafe 3-in-1 coffee, cream, and sugar. Just add water and experience the perfect cup of coffee every time.
3-in-1 coffee, just add water, please. Rich, right, and ready to go. A perfect Nescafe.
Nestle, good food, good life.
When you text on the Street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text, and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ill, and you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God. God's word direct from his throne room in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM.
The journey's almost
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, I am Jason Thomas, and this is the 6 a.m. headlines on the Street 919 FM, courtesy Green Dot Limited. In the headlines, PNM to discuss PDP's power sharing proposal. WASA overstaffed by over 3,000 employees, restructuring on the way. Thieves break in to Hatter's Steel Orchestra's Panyard and steal thousands worth of equipment and musical instruments. And internationally, UK government looking at longer school days and shorter holidays to help students make up for lost learning. Those were the morning's headlines, courtesy Green Dot Limited. A major newscast comes up at 7 a.m. I am Jason Thomas. Do have a good morning.
News from the street. 919fm.com. Entertainment, information, conversation. All on Street 91.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
So there's a story, the main story in the Express. No time for thoughts and prayers, platitudes. Weeks, activists showing us the way. After sustaining widespread criticism for her perceived silence on mounting violent crimes against women, Trinidad and Tobago's first female president, Paula Mae Weeks, has broken her silence. In a lengthy address on International Women's Day IWD being celebrated today, which was also published as an advertisement in the daily newspapers on Sunday, Weeks declined to offer platitudes based on her personal despair and instead suggested that hope for change lay in the activism taken on by the national community. The president noted that communications to her office and public comments suggesting that citizens wanted their president to, among other things, comfort them, bring the nation together, use moral suasion to make the government and opposition find common ground, and most of all, give them hope. The straightforward explanation is I was right here among you, aching as I closely followed the unfolding events, but I, as president, was not ready to speak. Weeks stated in an International Women's Day address published in the daily newspapers yesterday. To be sure, Citizen Weeks could have given you an immediate earful. The president said she had thought of what comfort she could offer, but warned against being lulled into a stupor, whereas she believed activism to be more effective. I pondered, how do I comfort the nation in a time of crisis when the crisis is literally created by our society, Weeks stated. To comfort is to give some assurance that will ease or alleviate feelings of grief and distress. What assurance could I offer? It would have been easy to trot out the formalic thoughts of prayers or better days are coming, but I did not think that those platitudes would have efficiency. And in any event, while it may appear callous, I was not convinced that the Republic ought to be comforted at all. Collective stupor. The President added, I fear that comfort will lull us back into the collective stupor of it is what it is, and I consider the discomfort that leads us to activism and advocacy far more purposeful. Impatience, frustration, and unhappiness are excellent motivators for focused and sustained rallying, mobilization, and action to bring about meaningful change. For some, this response might be too little too late, and that is not an unreasonable view. But years of judgment writing have instilled the habit of deliberate reflection. Hold a second.
Right, so Trinidad and Tobago, I'm here. Let me apologize for a little bit later this morning. Oh my gosh, International Women's Day. Happy International Women's Day to all our hard-working women, single parents, women, you know. Happy Independence Day to you all. Not Independence, sorry, Women's Day. You know, Google and all make the mistakes Saturday. And guys, before I go into anything, I want to thank all the ladies who came out on Saturday to the People's National Movement Women's League International Day celebration that we had on Saturday at the government campus. All observed that protocol, and we did the right thing, but we were full in protocol rights. Thank you, Bruce, for coming out at short notice to help out your sister. And thank you to Google for coming out and bringing down the house in praise. God, boy. Google make tears come out my eyes, yes? Thank you to all the artists, Marissa and Nigel. Oh my gosh, guys, you know I love you all so much. Not just because you always help me out, you know, because of, you know, your commitment and boy, and they sell out the soap. I tell them work with soap. They sold out the soap, and they did some little parcels to me. I took some to do some giving out to some special people. Boy, Bruce, you see the rice and potato? Oh my gosh. It bad. It bad. So Marissa, I hope you're listening. The rice and potato here now, and when you finish, you do have to put no cream on your skin. It have your skin feeling silky, real good. You know, I try everything. So, and then it have a peppermint and something else. So I trying, I doing, I taking everything. I like our scene this morning. It looking good. Our scene, our scenery, our backdrop, it looking real hot. So guys, I'm here, and of course I want to thank the Lord for reaching safe and sound, waking up this morning in the land of the living to be with you special people on 91.9, the Titans of Democracy. Oh boy. I see it was...
Yeah, which one she also said...
Which one is that?
There, scroll up. Yeah. I don't know astonished by that. But actually, everybody was saying they're not hearing our president. And
I read it this morning. But go ahead now.
Guys are trying to pull up, So.
Is it that I'm not hearing you good?
You're not hearing.
Right. Probably need to pull the mic a little closer to you. All right, so.
It'll be so loud.
That's okay. So Bruce will continue reading the story, and then, it's just for information, because they say they won't hear it now.
Yeah.
She gave an explanation why. But I want to set aside a little bit this morning for us to talk about something when Bruce is finished. Right. And again, so let me say good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Regis and to all our executive members. I must say that. Excellent, well executed. Thank you very much, ladies. Teamwork, boy. And I feel so bad. I'm a hard taskmaster, boy. What I realize you need, when you're doing something, you need to own it. Own it and make sure you get the best out of it. So guys,
go full 100.
Full 100.
Full.
And I could tell you we did that. I'm so proud, and I congratulate our social media officer, Samantha Felix, and her team. Boy, oh boy, it was awesome. All right, so go ahead for me.
Yes. She also said, I thought it fortuitous that there was no Carnival 2021. It might have distracted us from the goal. I could offer no comfort. This year's IWD observes this theme, Women in Leadership Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 World. But we in Trinidad and Tobago are understandably distracted by a more pressing gender issue, violence against women and girls, Weeks said. The president was criticized for staying silent on the murder of 23-year-old Andrea Barrett, who disappeared after boarding a fake H-taxi in Arima on January 29th and was found dead in the Heights of Aripo on February 4th. She was preceded by 19-year-old Ashanti Riley, who went into a PH taxi in Salmon on December 29, 2020 and was found dead in Lacano, Santa Cruz on January 4th. Other women and girls had gone missing or been killed in the past year in domestic violence situations. Some social media commentary on Weeks' International Women's Day address included, the president clearly thought out what she wanted to say, and I agree with her. Weeks stated, impassioned citizens inquired, some more civilly than others, where was the president while all of this was happening, and why she, particularly as a woman, had said nothing. The inquiry was fair and perfectly understandable in a society which has become accustomed to instant reactions and social media fodder. She said, however, politicians are persuaded most powerfully by the electorate. This was the main factor at work when your voices compelled a unanimous vote on the evidence, the amendment bill, and swift consideration of legalizing pepper spray. Citizens working together accomplish in a few short weeks what presidents have been unable to achieve. She stated that as frightened communities and mostly women protested, politicians pointed fingers across the aisle. The police promised more proactive and effective initiatives. Experts in the fields of psychology, criminology, and gender affairs again advise of the steps to be taken to cure the societal dysfunction, Weeks said, while spiritual leaders urge a return to godly living. NGOs bemoaned the perennial lack of funding and attorneys practicing criminal law rehearse the grave shortcomings of the criminal justice system, she said. But the president later told citizens that through her agitation for the change, you have created your own hope. Speeches not helpful. The president noted that in the 36 months I have been in office, approximately 155 women have lost their lives to violence. My personal despair was not that I thought a disquieted nation needed to hear from its president, and so I waited until I could process the unfolding information, observe the range of reactions, gather some data, review the advice of the professionals, Weeks said, adding that the analysis of psychologist Dr. Peter Weller and anthropologist Dr. Gabriel Hossein were particularly insightful. Weeks added, as for bringing the nation together, that first requires an admission, understanding, and confrontation of our differences and working through them to a resolution in which every citizen and discrete group feels heard, understood, and valued. We need to move past tolerance to arrive at trust. Only then can we come to a shared understanding of who and what we are as Trinbagonians. That is the foundation for a common goal. It is transformative work that is not going to be achieved by any speech from on high. The president went on to say, I mean no disrespect, but I did laugh aloud at the idea that moral suasion by a political president could have any solitary effect on politicians in opposing camps. Were it so sorry, many of our national problems would have been solved. She added, I am not the first nor suspect the last president to urge politicians to put country first. Weeks said on many occasions, most recently at the opening of the 12th Parliament, I advised the government and opposition to come together for the good of the country. This is an integral part of the duty of the president, but I am not being modest when I say that I have a sneaking suspicion that my call is often trumped by political expediency. The most plaintive appeal was to offer our citizens hope grounds for believing that something good may happen. Since I could make no promise within my power to effect, there seemed to be little I could realistically hold out. After mature consideration, I now offer a perspective that points to where hope may lie. There's a lot to know, Sharon.
But my question is, what exactly they wanted the president to say, because she's a woman?
And that is just it, and that's what she's saying.
Because she's a woman, what you wanted her to say? Let me just say this morning, Trinidad and Tobago, it's International Women's Day all over the world being celebrated. And sometimes we have our own problems, sometimes. And sometimes the men cause us to be problems. But in the wake of the whole thing, what were they expecting the president to say? The president is not the police service. I mean, sometimes we go over and above board for things, sometimes the things want to come out of my mouth. I have to be real careful. What do you want the president to say? But I'm watching a trend. I'm watching a trend building. And I'm watching people following the trend. Someone called me last evening or Saturday or something to tell me about something was live, some live. Let me tell you women something. We women. We have to start a practice to do things differently. And we need to get the support most of the times from some of our family and friends. I want to read something for you all this morning before going to any story. And I don't think people understand. By running to protests, for what? I'm trying to understand what all the protests are saying. They're saying about walk out the job today in protest of International Women's Day. Why we need to wait until International Women's Day to do something where our women are involved? Where were all these groups and activists before all of these things? You're using Andrea Barrett as an excuse to make a name for yourselves. But we had things going on. On a daily basis, I get calls from women who have been abused. Women who husbands working offshore, going to work, locking them in the house, leaving foodstuff and everything for 2 weeks. These people crying out for help. Where are you all? Conveniently now, everybody running to go by the parliament, the Red House to protest. What are the structures? Where are we going with that? We have something in mind. Y'all could call me and ask me to come on the program. Let's discuss a way forward. I would not be a part of that charade with anybody. I'm telling all you. I'm not going to be part of that. I find that in making no sense to me. So yesterday or last night, I'm looking for this story because I put it up, but so many things came up while but I put it up. Where is it? Today is International Women's Day. And we want to honor and celebrate our women. But will you do expect me to come here now and lie to all you and tell all you, yes, I'm comfortable and happy with this and that and the other? Where the hell the thing gone, boy? And I make sure and put it up in, I don't know why people just put a set of thing on my page.
You could stop that.
I think I'm going to do that. Right, here it is. You know, Andrea Barrett, what's the other girl name? Ashanti Riley. We have more. And while I'm hearing people talking about people, let me tell you this morning, I want to be real, honest and truthful, and this is a talking out because it hurting me a long time, and I don't want to say it on air, and I don't want to interfere with nobody's space, but I can't hold it no more. We want to condemn the police. Let me tell you something. All you know, when something wrong for me, it's wrong. All kind of thing. As I said, the gentleman is Morris.
It's Morris.
The one with the car. I think it's more. Okay, anyhow, but the two men that died within the police hands, or how they want to say it. The Balkan fellow. I want to tell Trinidad and Tobago something this morning. If you all had given me a chance, I'd do the same thing. Or even worse, because you'd get a good licking from me. You know why? And you know why I'm feeling this way this morning? When I'm done with this article, all you go understand why. It's a story. Grieving mom links daughter's disappearance to Balkan. 100% sure bones found in a repo are hers. I want you to listen. Because see, we like to run and talk. And we like to play, we are defenders. But if all of us children go missing, I want to know how we going to feel. Listen to this. Katian Gomez Walkers. Melancholy eyes gaze lovingly at photographs. of her 17-year-old daughter, Terry Gomez, who disappeared without a trace 13 years ago. And in the realm of the whole Andrea Barrett, the sister was talking out, leaving a 2-year-old baby girl behind. The mother of 10 children has kept a log of Smurfette, as her 6th child was fondly known since she went missing. The mood in Gomez's Shagona's home was somber when Guardian Media visited her on Thursday. Gomez Walker, tall, strong and resilient woman, continued to carry a heavy weight on her shoulders decades after her daughter disappeared. At the start of the interview, Gomez Walker, overcome with grief, sighed deeply at intervals and almost got up to leave when memories of her missing daughter came flooding back like an emotional tsunami. She never once cried, but struggled to suppress her emotions. When she spoke about the ordeal she and her family continue to go through, not knowing the fate of her daughter, I want all you to listen. It was the kidnapping of 22-year-old Arima Court clerk Andrea Barrett on January 29th and the arrest of Joel Balkan, the man believed to be the mastermind in the kidnapping and subsequent murder of Barrett, that brought Terry's case center stage. When the family heard that Balkan was arrested, a torrent of emotion flooded back for Gomez Walker and her family. The grief was raw. Balkan was the father of Terry's child. Terry had gone missing on January 28, 2008, a day after she took her daughter to Balkan's home to spend the weekend upon his request. Terry had been involved in an abusive and a relationship with Balkan, who Gomez Walker said beat her unconscious once in Cureb Junction, causing her to undergo surgery. Tony Vincent, her sister, fought with Balkan, who she injured. Vincent inflicted a wound which one of the victims he raped spoke about recently. And there's a picture of Tony Red's Vincent, who spoke about her missing sister Terry Gomez on a Facebook Live recently. Go up on Tony Red's and see if you get it for me. On another occasion, Balkan raped, beat and broke Terry's hands in a forested area near Duranta Gardens in Sandy Grande. Both matters reached the court. Gomez Walker said when they heard Balkan was arrested for Barrett's kidnapping, her daughter Tony posted a video on Facebook beseeching Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith to reopen Terry's cold case file. Gomez Walker said she felt pain for her missing daughter, but mostly relief when she heard that Barrett was in police custody. It was a chance for her to find out what he had done with her daughter, she said. The day after Barrett's body was found in the heights of Aripo, on February 4th, human remains were found near the area. Police sources said the main suspect in Barrett's murder used the area as a killing field and bodies were buried there. Balkan later died at the intensive care unit at the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex on February 8. And this is Terry Gomez and her younger brother Jamal, who is 90 now, in happier days. I want you to see. She was the family clown. Terry always had everyone in the family laughing. She was the family clown, and then she just disappeared after that. There was only sadness. We know Balkan did something to her, but we couldn't prove it. We weren't getting any assistance from the police or anyone, but he finally talked, Gomez Walker said. She said she felt much better right now. She was 100% sure that it was her daughter's bones. that were discovered in the Aripo forest, despite no DNA analysis. Wrapping her hands into each other nervously, her body heaving as she breathed deeply, turning her head upwards, sideways, and downwards, barely making eye contact with the Guardian media group representatives. The pain of Gomez Walker seemed unbearable and overbearing. The decade and more that had passed meant nothing to her broken heart as she related the circumstances surrounding her missing daughter. She has kept every piece of document from the station reports, while every incident and interaction with Balkan's family was written down in a book and kept. I want you to listen now. Gomez Walker said, "I went through grief and trauma. I couldn't sleep. I was stressed out. I had a miscarriage. It went on for years and I was suffering silently." Gomez Walker said when Terry gave birth and Balkan visited the hospital, he claimed the child was not his own since she was too white. He never returned to see the baby and did not contribute to the welfare of the child. Only listening. She said Terry and her family raised the child on their own for 2 years. When Terry disappeared, Balkan and his family never returned the child to them, although she had been taken to see him for only a weekend before Terry's disappearance. When Terry disappeared, Balkan and his family never returned the child to them. Instead, they filed custody for the child, claiming that Terry had abandoned the baby girl. Gomez Walker was shattered even more. Good morning, Dominic. I suffered a nervous breakdown, especially when I was not getting to see Terry's daughter. We did everything for that child when he disowned her. Balkan and his family, she said, who had police connections, as I was told, we were told, made life a living hell for her. Gomez Walker said for years her family fought to see Terry's daughter. They would receive calls from Balkan's family saying what she needed. They would gather clothes and other items in large bags and carry them to be handed over to an intermediary in Arima, somebody mediating between the two families, who would then tell them they will see the child another time. She said it was only after Balkan was arrested upon his return from Tobago and was held for 2 weeks at the Aruka station, a female relative agreed to let her see Terry's daughter. The child was about 5 or 6 when they finally let Gomez Walker see her. This is a child baby, you know. Watch at this child. 17 years, you know. This is a baby, you know. Look at her. Terry Gomez, when she was pregnant with her daughter. I couldn't even pray. I felt so much lost most of the time. Prayers and the responsibility to support her other 9 children kept her. But to be honest, she said, sometimes I couldn't even pray. I felt lost most of the times. She said when Terry attended Mount Hope Secondary School, she met Balkan, who went by the name Fabu, short for Fabulous. When family friends saw her going to Arima in the Maxi, which Balkan worked on more than once, they told her, and she reported it to the Aruka police station in 5 Rivers Junction. However, she said, the policewoman on duty was very rude and refused to take the report. Gomez Walker said she went by her brother-in-law for his assistance in searching for the Maxi, but when Balkan realized that they were searching for him, the Maxi could not be found on the route for some time. 2 months later, they discovered Terry, 15, was already 5 months pregnant for Balkan, so she was 15 years. She had the child at the age of 17. 16, yeah. 16 years, yeah. When Terry failed to reach home by 4 p.m., now tell me if that wasn't against the law. All right. Now, your police family or your connection know that, right?
Yeah.
Good. Her mother went to report when Terry failed to reach home by 4 p.m. on January 28, 2008, and did not answer calls to her cell phone. Her mother went to report it to the police but was told to return after 48 hours, which she did. When she returned to the station again, she said the police officers assigned to the matter told her Balkan's female relative told her, wait, listen to this. When she returned to the station again, she said the police officer assigned to the matter told her Balkan's female relative told her Terry and Balkan were lovers. Everything was okay and the baby was with them. Gomez Walker said she knew something was wrong because Balkan's court matter involving Terry was supposed to be called 2 months later. Oh. In March that year, so it was supposed to call 2 months later. That would have make it in March. But she couldn't prove anything. She was then referred to the AKS, Anti-Kidnapping Squad, where she claimed some officers were callous. When I called asking if there were any development in my daughter's case, they would ask me why I was calling. If they heard anything, they will call me. Their response was condescending at best, like she was a nobody. She said during this ordeal, she had a miscarriage but never gave up looking for her daughter or grandchild, placing ads in the newspaper, only knowing the area her grandchild lived was in Sandy Grande, narrowing down the address to Urupuch Road, but that was a dead end as Balkan could not be found. She said the system has failed her daughter after so many years. The biggest stumbling block in trying to get information on her daughter and grandchild were the investigating officers who seemed to be on the side of Balkan's family. She said she almost went broke paying private investigators and hiring cars for $400 to $500 to go to Sandy Grande in search of Terry. Gomez Walker said she was almost arrested at the Arima police station when she was reported by one of Balkan's relatives who claimed she kidnapped her grandchild. After years passed, she said, Balkan's relatives said they could not afford to keep Terry's daughter anymore. Gomez Walker kept her for a while when she was sitting SEA, and she was in Brasso by one of Balkan's relatives. Gomez Walker said her granddaughter was abused as she grew older and she was forced to go back and forth at all hours of the night to comfort her. She produced receipts from the station to show that she had made the report. The child eventually ran away from them and came by her when she lived in Chaguanas. Gomez Walker said the Child Protection Unit of Trinidad and Tobago Police Service later called and asked if she was willing to take care of Terry's child. Balkan was contacted in prison and was asked to verify if she was her grandmother, and she said it was safe to stay with Gomez Walker. She said her granddaughter stayed with her for 3 years before and after SEA, and the while facing hell from Balkan's relative. Gomez Walker said her grandchild was once listed as a missing person by the TTPS after Balkan's relatives made a report. She said the woman gave the child money to go to the home of a family member, but then claimed she ran away. The child is now in the care of the state, and Gomez Walker said a female relative of Balkan is still trying to deny her access to see the young girl. But she will fight to help her grandchild, she said. Saying Balkan was a monster who abused women, Gomez Walker said apart from her daughter, there might have been several other victims. One of Balkan's girlfriend, she said, was a part of a gang robbing maxi taxi passengers around the fortnight or month-end period between Arima and Sandy Grande. But while trying to get Gomez Walker in trouble at the Arima station, one night, a victim spotted Balkan's girlfriend and identified her as an accomplice in a robbery, and the police gave chase, shifting the focus away from Gomez Walker. She also confirmed that Balkan and Andrew Solo Morris, who was also arrested in the connection with Barrett's kidnapping and murder, had been close since Terry was alive. Gomez Walker said she did not have anything bad to say about Balkan's father. He was a very nice man. She said a female relative, however, knew all the evil deeds he did. Gomez Walker said she still misses her daughter, especially at Christmas and holidays. Her son Jamal, 19, was very close to her. When he was born, Terry babysat him. He has been affected badly. Tony, too, has not been coping well. The family is making arrangements to go to the police to identify the bones found in a repo. You see, sometimes we have to be careful the fight we want to take up. Not that this is not, mightn't be the gospel truth, or it might be, or however, you know. But I'm sure somebody listening out there who knows the grandmother can call us and ask her if she wants to speak to us publicly. And I'm sure we'll get more than that, what is written here. But you see, we would have 19 activist groups who inviting the nation to stage a walkout from workplaces in observation today of International Women's Day, and to honor the activism that followed the murders of several young women, including Andrea Barrett. But they didn't know nothing about this young lady that I just read about, Terry. They know about Andrea Barrett. So all the time, we have young girls missing, young women missing, ageable women being killed. And we didn't know it had activist groups at all, nowhere. Well, female activist groups, nowhere. We didn't know, couldn't see, we couldn't find them. A Chinese national woman got killed after carnival. One come out, she put her bumsy by the camera, and she posed, and they asked for Timki must go. God rest Timki's soul today. And where were them? Where were Romantra? And I ain't come here to mix no matters with all. And if all get me vex, I come by the parliament too and start to behave naughty. Because you can't tell me all the time all these things going on. We ain't hear a song. Not because I am on the PNM's Women's League, but the PRO alone has been fighting the fight and writing articles in defense of women and all of that. Good morning to Lisa Morris Julian, the MP for Dabidi O'Meara. Where were you all the time? Not even the UNC Women's the so-called on paper UNC Women's that will speak out now and then according to how it fits for them. But you're telling the women to walk out today to stage protest, all your walk out, all your job. With this COVID season that we face, and walk out it. Because you walk out it today, it might have somebody to take over for you tomorrow. Walk out. Study these people who trying to make a name for themselves. Because where were they all the time? I come here to abuse all your women this morning. Because that's hypocrisy to the highest. And then somebody want to come to somebody police, this and the police, that and the police. But if I'm sorry to say it, you know, I'm really sorry to say it, was in the hospital to take care of them, I wasn't spending no time to take care of them. Sorry. I have one granddaughter, 13 years. And let me tell all you, I'll change my address to Golden Grove Road in Aruka. I'm telling all you. And my granddaughter is a slender, because that's the kind of girls they're looking for the advantage. You could see a man interfering with that child. abusing her. At the age of 15 years, this child get pregnant. Where was the family of Balkan? And you invited the girl to spend a weekend. Take the child and come and spend a weekend. And she disappeared. So the family didn't ask questions. No questions were asked. We dissected the article. And I'm talking out loud. So they didn't ask questions. Let me tell you what that reminded me of. When I worked at Marlene McDonald's office, there was a young lady who was working with me as an OJT. Well, we came into that, but she ended up not getting into the OJT system for whatever reason. It took so long that Marlene ended up hiring her. Right. And her mother died, leaving her a brother and a sister. The sister was baby. When the mother made the child in 6 months old, the father decided he had enough of that. So the mother put him before the court. Putting him before the court, she came and she died. He then put the sister before the court because he wanted the child. You didn't want the child from 6 months to look after. You're coming however you want him. And I remember this child crying. And I had to be always consoling her. She had to go to court. I sent her to a lawyer that I know very well. Good morning to Ken Wright. He had to go to court and stand for her. And the court eventually took her away from the sister and brother that she knew all her life and sent her to the father. They have to have this bonding relationship. Dominic and Bruce, that was hell over high waters. That was hell. That child, it was told that she will get her every other weekend or however. And let me tell you what I saw on that child's skin and her back. Licks, marks of abuse. All her legs, she playing, she said she will run into something. Guys, we'll be back. Don't shift your dial. I have to tell all of this story.
Started. Iwer, don't say ding dong. Okay. Well, Iwer, you ready? I'm ready, boy. Here we go. Hold on. Fed mash up. No start drink and I must catch up. Hold on. From the time I touch. 1 girl, 10 girl, nothing. Hold on. Street love the party. We don't pay much love it when it's free. Good food and drinks in a room. Put the party on the shoulder. Cause we outside from long time. Love life, yeah. Alright, yeah. Ding dong, we outside from long time. Yeah. Love life, yeah. Everybody, watch me good. We don't have a take a wine, touch that, crash up, things nice when the candle bubble. Dirty bad mind don't like we on the road, you know. On the road, you know. Don't like when we buy expensive clothes, you know. I'm a party, everybody, backstage general or VIP. Ready to go home? Hold on. Don't start thinking I must catch a hold on. From the time I touch. Hold on. Everybody wave your hand. Wave your hand in the air. 1, 2, 3. Then cause we outside. Long time. Long life, yeah. You got me outside. Hello? Like long time. Hello? Hey. Judge, you're singing better than I thought, you know? But that your song? Ding dong. You singing better than I thought. You lie. You know what I want to do? I want to queue up an Iwer, and I want you to mash up the place like how I just mash up the place. You ready? Give me one of George thing. Play the tune. Let me mash up in here.
Nescafe 3-in-1.
A rich coffee aroma that fills your senses up. A flavor that you savor and no
Nescafe 3-in-1 coffee, cream, and sugar. Just add water and experience the perfect cup of coffee every time.
3-in-1 coffee, just add water, please. It's right and ready to go. A perfect Nescafe.
Nestle, good food, good life.
When you text on the Street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
The Archdiocese of the West Indian United Spiritual Baptist Sacred Order, Inc., with Bishop Patrick Roberts and the New Jerusalem Church of Jesus Christ. He and his diocese would be on Iwer stage on Wednesday, the 10th of March, 2021, from 6 p.m. This is the 70th anniversary of the repeal of the Draconia Prohibition Ordinance of 1917, and the theme is Fulfilling Our Spiritual Liberation. His Eminence, Patriarch Dr. Stephen F. Julian, His Grace, Archbishop W. Leon John, and King Shepherd Ray M.S. Brathwaite.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements: silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359.
Or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth. And prevention is always better than medication.
Royal Castle happily presents our New Year giveaway. When you buy a family meal, you could be in to win some happiness. A kitchen appliance combo of a new stove, fridge, and microwave. Whoa! A living room set, a washer-dryer combo, or a dining room set. Other goodies include Samsung Smart TVs, grocery vouchers, or one of 20 tablets. Just write your info on your bill and slip it into the entry box in store. It's easy to win with our New Year giveaway.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. On Sundays, Ministry of Worship, Children's Hour, and the Word. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation. On Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call at 753-1113 or 239-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Sharon Felix.
And I am Jason Thomas.
And this is our 7 a.m. major newscast on the street, 919 FM on online, Facebook, and YouTube. In the headlines, PNM to discuss PDP's power sharing proposal. WASA overstaffed by over 3,000 employees, restructuring underway. Thieves break into Hatter Steel Orchestra Spaniard, steal thousands worth of equipment and musical instrument. And internationally,
UK government looking at longer school days and shorter holidays to help students make up for lost learning.
And now for the news in detail. The People's National Movement is expected to meet today at 5 p.m. to discuss the Progressive Democratic Patriots' proposal to share power in the Tobago House of Assembly as an interim measure until a solution is reached to end the 6-6 deadlock. The PDP's proposal follows the Assemblymen's March 3rd meeting with the Prime Minister at the Magdalena Grand Beach and Golf Resort in Tobago to determine the way forward in managing the island's affair. It came the day after the Senate passed the THA Amendment Bill 2021, which in part proposes to increase from 12 to 15 the number of electoral districts in Tobago. The bill also seeks to give the Chief Secretary the power to call fresh elections. It was passed in the House of Representatives on Friday 19th without opposition support. At the March 3rd meeting, the PDP said it is prepared to give the PNM two positions, Chief Secretary and Presiding Officer, while the party said it is willing to settle for the portfolios of Deputy Chief Secretary and Secretary of Finance and two of the three councillors allocated to the executive. The remaining secretarial positions will be split down the middle. The PNM had asked for the proposal in writing and said then it would respond in 1 week. In other news, the Water and Sewerage Authority is in the process of restructuring the organization, which means weaning off more than half of its 4,800 workforce. It will also significantly streamline the management structure. According to a report of the Cabinet Subcommittee, which was appointed to review the operations of WASA, the organization is operating in excess of the 1999 cabinet-approved structure by more than 3,152 employees. The 185-page report, which was laid in the House on Friday, said WASA's current organization structure is complex, confusing, and does not support a consistent logic, causing the authority to be dysfunctional in its entirety. The 1999 cabinet-approved structure calls for 4 levels of leadership and a complement of 172 employees, but WASA's current top management structure includes 8 levels totaling 426 employees, or approximately 248% in excess of the approved structure. The 1999 approved structure also listed 1,723 employees, but the organization has 4,828. 3,043 monthly paid and 1,785 daily paid. Government spends approximately $2 billion annually in subventions, half of which is used to pay salaries. In more news, thieves broke into Hatter Steel Orchestra's Spaniard in San Fernando and stole more than $200,000 worth of equipment and musical instrument, including steel pans. The discovery was made by the band's PRO on Thursday at about 5 p.m. at the Lady Hills Avenue Panyard. Chairman of the band said they were still assessing their loss and hopes that the perpetrators feel the full brunt of the law, as the missing items represent years of toil and sweat. The chairman also asked the question of who will compensate the band for their loss. San Fernando police are continuing inquiries. In COVID-19 news, the Ministry of Health has reported 4 more positive COVID-19 cases. In Sunday's COVID update, the ministry said the new cases are from samples taken from March 4th to 6th. The number of known positive cases currently stand at 98, with 12 patients in hospital. The death toll remains at 139. And now for a look at international news with Jason Thomas.
Longer school days and shorter holidays are among the measures the UK government is considering to help pupils in England catch up on lost learning. The Education Secretary, Gavin Williamson, says ministers were looking at how the school year runs after the disruption of COVID-19. He also says a five-term year and the changes to summer holidays were under consideration. Schools in England are reopening to all pupils on Monday. It marks the first step of the roadmap out of the national lockdown, which has been in place since the beginning of January and has seen most children learning from home since before Christmas. And that was a look at our international news for this morning.
Thank you, Jason Thomas. And now for a look at the weather. For the period today until midnight, Trinidad and Tobago, sunshine will be interrupted by a few partly cloudy spells and showers over a few areas. Winds can become gusty near showers. The remainder of the Lesser Antilles generally fair and windy, with the chance of the odd isolated shower. Seas moderate, waves 2 meters to 2.5 meters in open waters, 1 meter to 1.5 meters in sheltered areas. It is currently 30 degrees Celsius in Piarco and 30 degrees Celsius in Crown Point. And here's a recap of our headlines. PNM to discuss PDP's power sharing proposal. WASA overstaffed by over 3,000 employees, restructuring underway. Thieves break into Hatter's Steel Orchestra Spaniard and steal thousands worth of equipment and musical instrument. And internationally,
UK government looking at longer school days and shorter holidays to help students make up for lost learning.
You've just heard our 7 a.m. news on the street 919 FM and online, Facebook and YouTube. Stay tuned for Tobago News at 9. I am Sharon Felix.
And I'm Jason Thomas.
Good morning.
News from the street. 919fm.com.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
So we are back, Trinidad and Tobago and the world by extension listening. Let me say good morning to all of you. I hope Tobago you're locked on. Good morning to Tobago. Good morning. No, they're not.
Working on it right now.
Cheese and H's. And a man called me yesterday and quarreled with me. He said, Miss Sharon, 2 weeks now. The Sunday before this Sunday, we can't hear all here. One set of confusion in my ears. And he say after, what? Time, sometime they be there's throw us off. And I said, oh God, Lord Father. I said, okay, I'll pass the message, oh Lord. Real quarrel, you know. And he said, I'm sharing the sentiment of other people who asked me to call. I said, all right. Mr. George, please look into the link between Tobago and Trinidad for the Titans of Democracy. People would like to hear. Please. And they want to go up till 9 o'clock. I'm just asking. Humbly asking. So Trinidad and Tobago, the NCOISBOTT, Liberation, what does that mean?
That is the National Congress of Incorporated Shelter Baptist Organizations of Trinidad and Tobago.
2021 celebrates the 70th anniversary of the repeal of the Draconian Prohibition Ordinance of 1917, fulfilling our spiritual liberation. Coming to Iwer stage on Wednesday, 10th March 2021 at 6 p.m., we have Archdiocese of the West Indian United Spiritual Baptist Sacred Order Incorporation with Bishop Patrick Roberts and the New Jerusalem Church of Jesus Christ, together with His Eminence Patriarch Dr. Stephen F. Julian, His Grace Archbishop W. Leon John, and King Shepherd Ray M.S. Braffett. Contributions in support of these campaigns can be made via the following: using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 919, which allows you to contribute only TT $20. Go to Fund Me TNT, choose a campaign of your choice, and contribute. U.S. fans, please use Cash App payable to 1-863-594-3659. Streaming live on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and Neil Iwer George. YouTube at Iwer TV and The Street. Contribute to show your support and always be a winner. So Trinidad and Tobago, we are back. Where were we before we left? Right. So we were talking, or I was saying, talking about the walkout today and stage protest. That's what I was talking about?
No, you were telling the people this story about the young girl.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Lord Father, I see the moment. So, yes, Trinidad and Tobago. Come on back my music, please. So, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm telling you about this story. So, it was said that the child has to bond with the father. So the father got the child, took the child home to the stepmother, and the father is going to look after the child. But somebody who I know, who knows the family, notice I ain't called no name and I ain't telling you no area, said to me they didn't understand how the officer in charge, the social worker, however you call them, would have passed that place to house the child. The bathroom was in a mess, wires weren't properly fixed into the wall, the yard, a sort of exposed steel and wire and so on. And because of that same exposing of the wire and steel, the child got injured, her foot got bruised or cut or something. But I want to tell all you why I'm telling all of this, because I saw it with my own two eyes. Nobody didn't tell me. So one day the child came to work with his sister for a reason, for me to see. And when we removed the top to see her back and her buttocks, 5 years old, I was so mad. Only I want to tell you the true story. I'm not lying at all here this morning. My plan was to take the child and tell the sister to say, Daddy, somebody kidnapped the child, to get the child away from that. Let me tell you all something. So she would pick up every other weekend. But the weekend that she have her, the child used to cry, she don't want to go back there. On more than one occasion, when they drop her, she run out the house and speeding behind the moving car. Then the child will start to tell you stories about, she will get licks for all kind of things from the stepmother. Now listen, the mother and the father working in Port of Spain, but they live up in the east. And they move her from the school that she was going to somewhere, calling no name, and put her in a school up in that vicinity where they live. But hear what? A brother from the church will pick up the child on after school and keep the child. When the sister had everything in place, she was going to the school in the vicinity before they move her, and arrangements was made for the same sister would have gone, the uncle of the children would pick up the sister from school and drop her at the office. So you take the child and have a stranger, because remember, and that's why she didn't want to go. She don't know, and we don't know what she endured. But it was plenty abuse. Until one day she bawling when she coming out of the car. She don't want to stay, and the father sat to beat her. Then she went to the station in the area to report what she seen and all of that. The father tried to stop her from taking the child because she's saying too much as the sister. And they were going back and forth, going back to the court. And the court adamant that the father must bond. But I want to say this morning, some of you all judges and magistrates have to understand that you all are mothers and fathers too. And that our children, the children, if they didn't grow up with you, they wouldn't understand who you are. And I find if you have a child in a home and the child is being taken care of and the child is comfortable, why move that child from there? So the father could have continued to support the child and take the child whenever he want. For the holidays, they were to share 1 month. When she going for the child, it's problems. Always problems. He created problems. And mind you, a pastor in a church. You hear what I'm telling you? And I sat there and enjoyed this thing, trying to help her in every way that I could have helped. But she ended up leaving, and then I left, and we lost contact with one another. But she calls me now and then, and I have to ask her, sit down and get to talk to her good about the whole thing to find out what was the outcome of the whole thing. And I said this, and I give you all this story to see the story that I read. So hear what? The family know very well that the woman, that is the woman's child, she gone missing. She gone missing, but all you're saying that she abandoned the child. I want to ask a question this morning. And I want you all to tell me if you're not feeling the same way I'm feeling. Is it that the family knew all what was going on and had no control over the man? Where is his mother in all of this? Or his father in all of this? And where was the child kept? At his mother's place? At his place? Who was taking care of the child? Why didn't you all give the child back to the girl's mother, who was minding the child for 2 years without no help from him nor his family? Is it that they ask her to come for the weekend to do a DNA to make sure the child is his own, and after that you say, oh, well, all right. And then, seeing that the matter was coming up, a decision was made to get rid of her? I just asking questions this morning. Reading the article, a lot of questions have to be asked. And those are some of the questions I want to ask. And I really wish, because we have a lot of listenership all over the place here, and I really wish that somebody listening this morning, like how we found the lady with the judgment, but are trying to get her back, Miss Springer, she didn't respond to me. I called her twice and to remind her on Sunday, and Sunday morning I called her. She didn't answer again. I don't know if because she told me she was just frustrated.
Right.
And she took some time off because it's too much. I can't talk. And then she felt her way because after the case matter, the Frank Sipasad put this thing on Facebook, all in the media. So she was feeling a bit embarrassed. But as I told her, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. You're not the first, not the last woman who going through things like that. Your one came out, but others didn't. Yeah. So you should be happy to know that you are going to make a stand for some of the women who are going through stuff like that, because people call me after the program. No. That's why I got a lot of calls while we were discussing that matter. Early in the game, telling me plenty things about that same Sandy Grande area and the same situation about who sister dropped the brother who was to drop the car, and whose sister and somebody who was in the police service, and a whole set of things. Look who's there. People were calling and telling us a lot of things. Where the Maxi was parked and all kind of things, but that is not for me and not my business in terms of that. The police could deal with that. But when I saw the story, I broke down in tears last night. I'm telling only the truth. There's wickedness to the heights. And then you take the child, and the child going from back and forth, give the woman, give the grandmother the child. If they're unable to see about her, why she must be going back and forth, she run away to go by the grandmother. And then 15 years, you're driving Maxi. I thought it was against the law to have sex with a minor.
Statutory rape.
Yes. I thought so too. Calling me, boy. See if you can answer this, please. Yeah, I thought that was against the law. So that alone tells you something.
Yeah.
So Trinidad and Tobago, we taking your calls. I want to hear what you have to say, because these activist groups, look, these activist groups come out from nowhere and telling you must walk off your job today in protest of what? Abuse of women and so on. Come on. But women are being abused every single day. And we won't hearing these people talking. We're not hearing the same group want to come together. What about the group coming together and looking for a piece of property, a piece of land, to build some home, right. some how you call it?
A shelter.
A shelter, so we could take in these battered women to continue to help with what it have.
Right.
But you want to go and protest and tell them to walk off. What is the solution of that?
Nothing will come out of
Grenada, your friend from Grenada says good morning. He says good morning to everyone. He wasn't aware that we were on air at the time.
Okay, but he's not listening. All right. Good morning, my friend.
He needs to go on YouTube.
Yes. Please, you need to do that on Facebook or YouTube and find us there. So Trinidad and Tobago, the lines are open. We're taking your calls.
I know this organization, is there not a cause, was trying to raise funds for such a shelter.
A shelter.
I think they have the building already, but they had taken out a mortgage and they were looking for financial assistance to pay the mortgage to,
And that's what we want.
That is more practical than walking off.
That's what we want. Caller, good morning.
Madam, good morning.
Morning.
Madam, that story seemed that somebody is giving the man some sort of legal advice from the police standpoint why it is these actions are being taken. But we had a 52-year-old woman died. A man apparently killed this woman, went to work and come back and say he found the woman dead. Did you hear these people? Did that it was included in their protest?
No, but wait, Bataria. Remember we had a 70-year-old woman who came from New York and was picked up by a relative, and they couldn't find her. Calling the phone and couldn't find her. And when they did find her, they find her up in where you call that place up in going past or somewhere nearby Brazil. Where the soldiers and them have their Komoto.
So I find if you decide to go along, because they only included the first lady because we made noise. So is Andrea Barrett and what's the next young lady name?
Ashanti Riley.
Ashanti only happened there because we was making noise for Ashanti. Did you realize that? So then that is the case. Everything that come after Ashanti and the next young lady should be included as we go along. That's all. So then this protest is more or less political instead of actually helping to try to assist women that really need assistance. If you understand my point. So now you should increase this to show the increase of domestic violence against women. We have a 52-year-old woman was brutally beaten by a man. Mother, enjoy it. Politics. Again, mother. Politics. And here we're going on. To me, apparently we had to arrest the police who is related to this young man. Enjoy your morning.
Oh my. Thank you very much. My gosh.
We have an obituary at 7:40. Just
okay. Yesterday, last evening, I was called to look at something. Some live was going on to look at this live, but I was too tired to look at it. Let me see if I could find it. Caller, good morning.
Pleasant good morning, Ms. Felix.
Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Jason Thomas.
Morning.
Pleasant good morning to Dominique.
Good morning.
Ms. Felix, just please enjoy me for a second. Dominique, I want to say congratulations for your show yesterday.
Thank you.
Ms. Felix, I know you archived your shows, and I think this is one that we could use and reuse, especially coming close to all elections and so on, because it was very, very instructive and it reminded me of a lot of things that I guess most of us would have forgotten. Thank you very much for that, Dominic.
No problem.
Sorry I couldn't get in, but you know, you were cooking, it was hot. Ms. Felix, I feel your pain, you know, and I know the hypocrisy of a lot of us in Trinidad and Tobago. I will tell you why I say that. Where were all of these people when the UNC brought people into the Senate to prevent the government from stopping these 12-year-olds from marrying these big hardback men? Where were they? Huh? Where were they? What did they say then? Not a word from none of these people who want to march and want women to walk out all of a sudden. Where were these people? Where were all these people when this same young lady 13 years ago disappeared, and her mother was going back and forth to the police station and was being obstructed by the same self-police? Where were these people? Where were these people when the last lady in Princeton just last week was beaten to death? And it was reported that she was being beaten all the time. Where was they to protect her? I bet you I can't remember the lady name. And she was after Barrett and Ashanti. That was one last week. Where was they? Why did not calling her name too? Because you know why she's not important. I don't have Ashanti Riley name there because it was close to Miss Barrett. I apologize. When I apologize, my condolences to all of the people who have lost all these women and so on. But where were all of these people? I want to comment down on the president of Trinidad and Tobago because they wanted to say something about Ms. Barrett. You see, this hypocrisy. And where was they when the opposition leader said that them fellas have rights too? You have a man with over 70 cases walking the road, up and down, driving maxi and having a good time. Where were all of these people? Where were they? There's a lot of hypocrisy going on in Trinidad and Tobago. You come out for one set of people and for the rest of them, they could go to hell. This has to stop. I want to see them come out for everybody so that something could be done, and not just by the government alone, but the opposition must also support. It can't be one set of people all the time. It cannot be. It must not be. Who was walking between 2010 and 2015? Who was walking before even 2010? Where were they? All of a sudden, now everybody coming out to walk, and I want people to come out. Job's so hard to get you to walk off the job. We're trying to keep the ball rolling in Trinidad and Tobago. You want women to walk off the job today? The hypocrisy of it all? Thank you very much.
Hola, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning, Janelle.
Good morning, Bruce and Dominic.
Morning.
Hannah, I want to know, where were these groups when there's a lady at a lecturer from, I think it was Costat, went missing some years ago?
Yes.
What about her?
Mm-hmm.
What about Miss Naipaul? What about that girl, Shannon? What about the Jamelia girl that got killed in Movie Town? What about, there were so many others before that. I remember some years ago I had a friend whose daughter, Anne-Marie Petty, got stabbed by her common-law husband in Arima. Right? Up to now, the mother can't get justice for that. What about all those cases and many others? You know? I had a friend in Sangli Grandi. That there's a young lady that talks about a young lady that got chopped up and stuff in the forest. That was my friend as well in Sangli Grandi. What about that? Yeah, so selective memory, just saying. Until I go on.
Thank you very much. And before I take the other call, 44 women are still missing from reports made in 2020. We hear them talking about that. Caller, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, morning.
Let me say good morning to Mr. Dominic, Mr. Bruce, and Mrs. Felix.
Morning.
Let me tell you something. I'm not going far, you know. It had a woman neck get chopped off in Pina right on the taxi stand for everybody to see. Just the other day, that was in November or December. I didn't even hear Mrs. Kamala Pasabi say that was her constituent. So she was in the funeral and make a big speech.
Mm-hmm.
I analyzing this thing, you know. Here we're going on. The woman had to be a certain color, a certain race, and it's only for a certain ethnic group to perpetrate the crime of the individual. Other than that, they're not interested. I tell you flat, and I don't like to talk these kind of conversation because it is something real, and we're supposed to take it serious. It could happen to anybody. But let me tell you something, they're using this to really shut down the country, you know. They're trying all kind of things to shut down the country. This is one. And if we don't want to be smart, understand what they are doing, all of them get team up and they together now. But I missed the opportunity, Mrs. Felix, to invite you Friday to a super spreader event on Woodford Square. That's it didn't take place. With the lighting candles or incense. That'll take away some of the blight some of them people ask. Because I just have to advocate for something like this. I said I'm murders here. I said I'm killing here. I don't know. They're not serious. Saddam Hussein wasn't arguing for women, them little 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds to get married the other day in the parliament. Why Mrs. Kamala Pasabi didn't put her name there and make sure and support the bill in a strong way to ensure that girls can be safe. Thank God, Mr. Iwer removed the clause and passed the bill. They're not serious. If you want to march, how come you're supporting that and your former Attorney General going before the court to let these alleged murderers of these women get bail? Them is fakes. And we have to understand that. Why would you want a murderer, alleged accused, get bail and be outside? There are so many witnesses and so on that get murdered and all these things. Why you want them outside? To create more chaos in the country. They don't like us, honey. Face the reality. We have to look out for ourselves. And we have to be our women's keeper. Some of our women, they get licks. You really put yourself in place and stuff. I have been through it. With women, with my female friends. And when you done, your life is like in a danger because they carry and bringing news. We have to teach our young women, licks is not love. And once you start that mantra, I believe we will go forward. All you go on a job today, stop studying people's political agenda. All they want to do is pass curse in the country. Have a good day.
And people condemn it, boy. Caller, thank you very much. Let me say to all our foreign listeners and viewers, good morning to you, especially our friend out there. Is it Long Island?
Yeah, I think
Michael Williams. Good morning, Mike, sir.
Mike, we can't remember where you're from. Oh, God, apologies.
Send it back for us. Send it back for us. And, of course, Rita out there in the US of A, Donald Russell, Sharon, oh, gosh. And a gentleman who listens to me all the time, an ageable gentleman, I think he's in his 80s or early 80s, was stuck in Trinidad here after the COVID, and I kind of help out a little bit. Oh God, I doesn't want to say that now because everybody will call. And he reached back home to Canada, send a donation, send me some, I'm going to have to remember to go and collect the donation. And so he said I could do what I want, so I'm going to use it on the ladies' roof to help to buy material. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Sharon.
Morning.
Morning, Dominic. Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
What about the hairdresser who went to drop the children and went missing, and up to this day, Samala Prasad, the sister, have not come out and say a word. And it have many others. But Timki must go.
Thank you very much, caller.
Okay.
All right, so y'all hold on for me. I'm taking the call, Miss Crosby. Hold on. We have to go to the obituary. We'll be back.
The Street 919 FM has been asked to announce the passing of Leroy Thomas, a.k.a. Bull, of Teacher Village, Point Fortin, who departed this life at the age of 81 years on Wednesday, the 3rd of March, 2021, at the San Fernando General Hospital. He will be lovingly remembered as the son of the late Sylvia Thomas, husband of Sybil Thomas, father of Wendell, Wayne, Warren, Alicia, and Melissa, grandfather of 10, great-grandfather of 3, brother of Ruth, Keith, Orel, Wilma, Dennis, deceased, Glando, deceased, Anderson, deceased, and many others. Uncle of many, father-in-law of Colleen and Corey, in-law of Merle, Jean, deceased, Francis, deceased, MacArthur, Vero, deceased, Audrey, Cyril, Margaret, Maureen, Jacqueline, Ingrid, and Hollis, relative of the Thomas, Cornwall, Innes, and Franklin families, friend of many. The funeral service for the late Leroy Thomas, aka Bull, will take place on Monday, the 8th of March, 2021, at the Church of the Nazarene, Church Street, Point Fortin. Public viewing of the body at 11 a.m., followed by the service at 11:30 a.m., thence to the Point Fortin Cemetery. Inquiries can be made at Elite Funeral Homes Limited at 648-3466. 62.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Mrs. Crosby, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Mrs. Crosby.
Morning. You ready for me?
Yes.
All right then. The marches and candlelights and all of that. Who are they marching against? Is it against men? And if it's the march and all these things go against men, why they were so angry when Dr. Rowley gave them an advice about who they're putting in their house? It's about along the same line. And parents, we have to try and teach and, give our children a little guideline in world. The government can't do everything. But, our colleague and I, we were speaking about, when we see all these things, we were speaking about murders and things that used to happen long ago. And she reminded me of Selma Haynes and Gaylan Benson. Some people may not know these names, they could ask their parents. But the most recent one where everybody could know about, Dana Sitterhall. Why they didn't have all these marches for such a well-known, respectable person when she got murdered? I mean, I'm not dismissing the child who got murdered, but why is all this going on for 1 month and just making it look like she's the first, she's the only one? And they should be truthful to themselves and know what is the aim, what is the purpose, why they are doing all these things now, and they were not doing it before. Okay? So let them ask themselves that question, and I hope this march or what they're doing, I hope it stop all these killings of young girls and ill treatment of women. Today is Women's Day, and I wish everybody a happy day. Although mine, whatever it is, even though I ain't get anything to eat or drink, I'm always happy for what, because I'm alive, and the Lord has brought me to this stage. So let us thank God for what we have. Okay, Sharon and Bruce, everybody. Dominic, morning. Okay.
Morning.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Crosby. Thank you very much. And all you know me, I ain't no hypocrite. I had to say that, and I had to do that. It bothering me. It bothering me. Trust me. 7:44 a.m. in Trinidad and Tobago. Today is the 8th of March 2021. It's International Women's Day. Celebrating.
Happy birthday going out to Jalen and O.C. Williams. It comes from Granny.
From Granny Angie.
Yes, Granny Angie.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you guys. Hope you enjoy your day today.
And all of you all celebrating birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Archer. Good morning.
Good morning, Sharon. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
Where you go yesterday? Where you go, Lisa?
Yesterday, boy, I had a full day Saturday, and Bruce was there, and Google, of International Day celebrations.
You get too much man around you. I'm not taking it.
Oh, but you ask me, let me finish talk now. I like to butt in, and when I butt in, you buff me up.
You know, me not buff up, me not beat people, you know.
Papa, why you didn't beat Duke?
Eh?
Why you beat Duke?
Brucey? Good morning, my partner.
Morning.
Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. Praise God you were there yesterday, boy. Them people just run out on us.
I don't just do things like that if you want to know, eh?
You must notify.
I seek my guru first, and once my guru has no problem, Dominic, I say okay.
Don't walk out from the house just and want to walk in back. We will not accept you. I'm feeling like woman with their own way, you know. You see what going with woman now?
Go on to them.
You know, see what I do, man, now? And Camilla only have work for certain people. Sharon, let me call for. Morning, Mrs. Regis and Mr. Regis. The Prime Minister, all protocol observed. What about we had a lawyer? Some people surround the car and just shoot you. Nobody marks for that. Nobody not say nothing. Everybody hush them out for that. The other young lady, and what does bother me? When things happen in Tobago, nobody don't march for them in Trinidad. But when things happen in Trinidad, we don't march for them in Tobago. The other young lady, a good footballer, the fancy in a bush, mash up. And I don't like all this candlelight thing. It's for special people. You have a man they call, I want to tell you have a man they call Alexander. Not Sergeant or Superintendent Alexander. Not Alexander Bain. A fellow named Alexander. When you lost your mind, don't come and try to take it out on people. If the people, the authorities tell you cannot use a place because you did not apply for it, keep yourself quiet. Don't try to be relevant. If you know you does not, you personally is irrelevant, you don't try to be relevant by looking to make bacchanal. You have rules and regulations to use the square, Mr. Man. Or you're too disrespectful and like to break the law and try to show people that all you're fighting for them. But Alexander, you're fighting for yourself. And this is serious business. There are lots of more women that get killed. And they were only calling 2 people in. Because they know KDs and all them fellas. All them fellas came up with walk and pull cough, some of them pull cough and all kind of things. And they recognize. But I'm telling you, people more edified, they're more educated, they're more everything now. So you can't fool them with stupidness. It's one set of people, all you're working with, and go around this way. Now, Sharon, God bless our nation, and God bless the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago.
So let me say good morning to all our listeners on the chat on our Facebook. It was just told to us that Gomez Walker, somebody is on the...
Trying to see if it is that.
Is it that the person is on the chat? Please identify yourself if you're there. Because we need to make contact with you. So if you're on listening, we would like to speak with you, please. So please make contact with me. You can just send me, go back on. Let me see who you are. Mr. Chance, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Felix.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dominic. Good morning, Bruce. Miss Felix, very special. Happy International Women's Day to you.
Thank you so kindly, Mr.
And to the women of Trinidad and Tobago and the women of the world.
Mr. Chance, before you go further,
yes, my dear.
You looked at our live?
According to that, Miss Felix, I want to celebrate you all as well.
Okay,
because you see, there's a lady who called earlier and she spoke for me, so I don't have to say again. I call her plain talk. She spoke for me. Everything she said. All I want to add to that is that they couldn't find the straw and they couldn't find the camel. You see? So they said that was the straw that broke the camel's back, right? Well, they couldn't find the straw because the straw was of a class and the camel was of a different race. And they know, and so on. But that really spoke for me. So I want to look at the other side. And I want to start by congratulating you and the women who have taken positions as anchors in producing shows in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to start with 91.9 and I'll go with you, Miss Felix. That's a leadership role, you know. You are the leader in this program, in this segment of your program. And you must be complimented, and so many other women must be complimented. But I want to also congratulate the PNM administration for its role in putting women in leadership from 1956 to now. And today I want to call out very quickly these women who are in leadership positions, and sometimes we forget it. And that is why we must understand the institution that is the People's National Movement. Really focusing on women. There's the ugly side, which you've spoken about. But I want to talk about the good side. We start off with the President, Her Excellency, Paula Berix, the Honorable Senate, the Honorable President of the Senate, Christine Kangaloo, the Honorable Speaker of the House, Mrs. Alice George. The Honorable Camille Robinson Regis, leader of government business and Minister of Planning. You see the leadership roles these women are playing? The Honorable Nayan Gaspidoli, Minister of Education. The Honorable Paula Gopi School, Minister of Trade and Industry. The Honorable Donna Cox, Minister of Social Development and Family Services. The Honorable Alison West, Minister of Public Administration and Digital Transformation. The Honorable Sham Fakojo, Minister of Sport and Community Development. The Honorable Ayana Webster Roy, Minister in the Ministry of the Prime Minister. The Honorable Lisa Morris Julian, Minister in the Ministry of Education. The Honorable Renuka Sagam Singh Suklal, Minister in the Ministry of the Attorney General. And I want to call a name that Ms. Felix, am I on still?
Yes, Mr. Chance, you're on.
Right. And I want to close off by talking about a CEO that was just appointed, Ms. Tamika Charles Phillip. You know who she is? She's the CEO of Udicot, which in my view is one of the better performing state enterprises in Trinidad and Tobago. That is just a snapshot of women in leadership. And I want to congratulate, because all of them, in some way or the other, were under the auspices of the Prime Minister. And I want to congratulate him for the role he has played in placing women in leadership positions. Thank you very much, Ms. Felix.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chance. I need to take 2 calls quickly because somebody calling us to say they're not hearing us on the radio. So people, can you call me and tell me if that is so? Caller, good morning.
Morning, Chan, Felix and Dominic.
You hearing us on the radio?
Yeah, hearing you all on the radio.
Okay.
I am listening to you on my radio right now. Actually, I'm in my car. Now home, against problems. But, yeah, Sharon and thing, everybody said it, but I want to ask, judging from the players and then the Alexander boy and the next in Chan guys, those guys are politicians. One is the most amount of people he ever stand up in front of podium on the street to talk to. Ever. But he usually command about 25 people when he has his political meeting. 2, next one, he's a political activist. He likes to pressure politicians to get his way, like the grounds that he has in Shogunas was given it to the Muslim community. But if the state is to give out lands like that, it should supposed to go under the heading of the Muslims and them like Ajja, whoever it is. So this guy just playing games with us. Now they want the president to get involved in that. What can the president do, or the president's office do, to command the politicians? Because there's a serious separation of powers right there. The president has to be very careful, because had the president take them stupid advice and come out early and start to talk, I would have been asking the president, what about the young girl who just recently before that, when she was brutally murdered in Tower? I would have asked the president.
Leave it there. We have to go to the top of the hour video and then the ads. Don't shift your dial.
Well. If it's one thing I want, it's the government to put the man side of it. It's the government to look for the people fit. It's the government to tell me we are one more fit. One more fit, yeah. I want to get wild. I want to go crazy. I want to play a mask. I just want a pretty lady. Do what we have to do. But yeah, what I want to do. If I had one way, don't mash up the place. Don't one way, man, mash up the place. If I had one wish. You ready? You ready? I want to love. Open it up. Open it up. Open it up. Open it right. Caribbean people say that they're ready to play twice a day. Come carnival, we outside. Take that chip and you won't get wild. I want to get wild. I want to get crazy. I want to have a want a pretty lady. Do what we have to do. But yeah, what I want to do. If I had one wish. Don't mash up the place. Don't want to mash up the place. Love. If I had one. George, you know what, mash up? Lo. You know what mash up? Tell me. About jerk chicken outside by a greedy. Let me mash up again one more time now. Well. Hold on. All the people who really wish Carnival was the way it used to be, put your 2-1 in for me here right now. Me say you wake up in the morning and you just realize Carnival come again. Hold on. All you have to sing it louder than that. I want all you to close all your eyes. Just go into deep inspiration like it was back in 2009 when the Carnival used to be the best. Let's go. Me say you wake up in the morning and you just realize sin Carnival again. And you're looking for your flag and you can't find your flag. Band start, band ready to jump. Me say you wake up in the morning and you just realize Carnival come back again. Everybody put up all your hand, put up all your flag. 1, 2, jump. Show me ya. Where ya? Thank you. Ding dong. I want to say thanks for giving me the opportunity to sing with you.
Is I get the opportunity to sing with you?
No, I get the opportunity to sing with you.
You like to call me first?
Because you locked the place.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Looking for extra cleaning power, color retention, and long-lasting freshness? Meet Ozon's powder detergent with Power Active Formula. The power of Ozon.
Johnny Q Auto Parts Division says it's an assault on battery prices. Paul Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar. Starting from $488. Yes, $488. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed by Massey Automotive. And only available at Tobago Color Shop. Suppliers of paint, plumbing, and hardware materials. Old Farm Road, Shore Park, Tobago. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And in Trinidad at Johnny Q, 15 R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook. Remember, batteries from $488.
The Archdiocese of the West Indian United Spiritual Baptist Sacred Order, Inc., with Bishop Patrick Roberts and the New Jerusalem Church of Jesus Christ. He and his diocese would be on Iwer stage on Wednesday, the 10th of March, 2021, from 6 p.m. This is the 70th anniversary of the repeal of the Draconia Prohibition Ordinance of 1917, and the theme is Fulfilling Our Spiritual Liberation. His Eminence, Patriarch Dr. Stephen F. Julian, His Grace, Archbishop W. Leon John, and King Shepherd Ray M.S. Brathwaite.
Dedicated to our hard-working nurses, Alternative International Comedy Festival. 2 North-South Super Shows. 200 nurses will receive complimentary VIP tickets to laugh non-stop
himself by public demand, returning to Naparima Bowl Saturday, March 13th, 7 p.m. and Sunday, 14th March, Port of Spain, Napa, 5 p.m. On stage, the nation's funniest stand-up comedians and dramatists. All the bacchanal and drama you want. 2 persons on 1 general ticket. Single tickets also available at Napa Box Office and selected JTA and Extra Food supermarkets. TicketGateway.com, Bellini's Drug Mart, Sutton Street, San Fernando. All health protocols will be in effect. For more info, call 774-5555.
Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago. Passport, please.
Oh my God! You like the first immigration officer ever. Did you come here with Christopher Columbus? Which ship were you on, Granny?
I was on your mother ship.
You juice. And when me drink, me get a natural boost. Ginger, lion, turmeric. Give away every sickness. Get a bottle of this a real spice. And make a healthy choice in your life. And let me drink up the juice. And let me drink up the thing from the roots. And let me drink up the thing from the fruits. The you juice. En route to the ultimate you.
When you text on the street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
We care for your eyes. That's why Value Optical recommends world-leading transitions lenses that protect your eyes from blue light and 100% of UV rays. They automatically adapt to changing light conditions, making life simpler and more comfortable for your eyes every day. Now available in 4 new style colors for you to personalize any frame and express your style. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. On Sundays, Ministry of Worship, Children's Hour, and the Word. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation. On Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call at 753-1113 or 239-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
just appear. Call us, we are back.
And I wave the magic wand.
And voila, just appear. All right, so guys, changing this a little bit. I'm seeing, well, Tobago ain't, so what talking Tobago for? They ain't nothing.
Who's this so?
They ain't? Oh, yes, on
Online,
YouTube.
on Facebook and
Yeah.
on YouTube.
But no, you know what I mean now, is one the whole of Tobago to hear. But I'm really concerned, people, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm really, really concerned. And you know, sometimes we want to jump on and defend. But put yourself in the position sometimes and see. And see what will happen. Miss New Village.
Greetings to you, my dear. Happy International Women's Day to you and all the women of Trinidad and Tobago. And to the women of 91.9, a special Women's Day to us today. I give God thanks to the men near to you there, Bruce Wayne and
Dominic.
Oh God, your co-host there, Dominic. Good morning to both of you, and that goes for your wives. And if you don't have wives, your family, your mother, and whoever. And you know, Sean, I've been listening. I listened to things this morning because I'm on my bed here and I'm watching CNC3 with the Riley girl and her mother. Her mother and her aunt had an interview with the host this morning. And, you know, the mother is saying that every time she go to speak about the daughter, she would fall into tears. She started to take therapy. This is the effect that it happens on family. So, you know, we're looking at a young woman that has lost her life, the last one, and we know everyone is too much. We look at the senior lady that has lost her life just last week. We look at different murders. And you know, if you take one to run, but the point I'm saying is, you have to know that one alone, there were many, many people that has lost their family. And even though they are emotional and the country is emotional at this time, we are asking, you know, that people remember everybody. And we pray, God, that the judiciary will do things in a more quick way to get closures. You know, you can't close when you lost a loved one. You can't close. That will remain in your heart. You know, the mother, the aunt is more expressive and she's saying, you know, giving all the details, but the mother says as soon as she starts to speak. And the Jamaican lady is telling her, you know, it's good to speak out, you will cry, but it's good to get that part of that emotion. But she said just to keep her children strong. So you see what mothers go through. And there are fathers that go through the same feeling as mothers. When you have lost a loved one, it takes a toll of you. Sometimes you have, let me tell you, my mother died and I had all her pictures and everything. Nobody could have touched that. Now it's about 9, 10 years now. And you know, you go out of it. But I want to tell everybody who has not lost a loved one, regardless of how it is, it's tragic. It gives you pain. And especially in a brutal murder. So let us pray for everybody. Let us lift everybody this morning. That you know that the family will have closures. When I read this yesterday, I sat down and I read what you read this morning. And the pages you read and you see the injustice of some inhuman police officers. You know, you want to know and what you're calling for. When we have a thing, we'll tell you, this is not becoming. So some of our police officers have to be retrained. And they have to have them in different sections. So when you have these sections, you have special trained police officers to handle these people, to handle the emotions and to treat them as human beings. Have a nice morning to everyone, and I'm locked on and listening.
Thank you very much, Miss New Village. And again, people, let me thank all of you who came out on Saturday to our International Women's Day celebration. I want to personally thank Miss Joanna Archie. Oh my God, that lady. I love her too bad, don't you know that? She had us going. And Miss Bridgelal, Inspector Bridgelal, who gave us a wealth of information. To our own Ayana Webster Roy. Woo! The woman good. She was speaking without a paper. She was excellent.
Nice.
Excellent, and to all our performers, Barbara Fleming Thomas, Marissa and Nigel, and to our own Pastor Google who bring down the house in prayer. We close off in prayer. Thank you so much. And to all of you who came out, thanks a lot. It meant a lot to us. Thank you so much. And all of you who took part in the cotton bag, thank you so kindly. Miss Jonule Williams and all the senators and they and oh my gosh, guys, Ola Gopi Schoon, Laurel Lizama, all the Miss Sagram Singh, all the councillors and the aldermen, the other past deputy mayor came out. Oh gosh, I want to thank all of you. All you really don't know now. You made our days. Days, not day, no days. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Cheryl. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am very good.
Excellent.
Good morning, Bruce. Good morning, the other gentleman. I keep forgetting his name. Dominic. Sharon, I want to say happy International Women's Day to all the women around the world. Right? Now, what I want to say is the police are very integral in what's happening today. Every woman that I have known and things happen to them, they go to the police and they ask them, you're sure she ran away with a man? All these things. You have to be professional when you're doing this job. And if you can't do your job, they should get outside help. Outside help. They treat the people like real dogs when they come here trying to help them to solve a crime. It's something has to be done about these policemen. Something has to be done. And if we don't stand up together, like all the one, like the one person, only one person, they come out in the hundreds. What about all the other women? What about Dana Sita Hall? Dana Sita Hall has been and will be always on my conversation. Thank you. Have a good day and blessings.
Thank you very much. I want to say good morning to Piper. Morning, Piper. I'm calling you in and saying your phone. Famous as must be talking to him. Morning, Piper. Ay. The games we play, we get caught up in it. The games we play. I tell all you, I go find out who is famous as you know. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, people.
Morning.
How you all doing today?
Miss Tunapuna?
I have to change up my thing sometimes, you know.
All right, but you have to load down the radio and noise
so
behind
what the
you.
hell is this? Steven, load down that radio there for me, please. I don't understand that, Sharon. Miss Philly, are in it?
A little bit, but go ahead.
But I inside the bedroom here on the radio outside. I tell them on the TV that be louder than the radio. Oh, God. Anyway, good morning, folks. Sharon, I lie down this morning, girl.
Morning.
My bestest friend, the next bestest friend, put her on a diet. Angie, good morning. She tell me I have to start to eat oatmeal in the morning, raw oatmeal, oh, God. And I think she does it, but it don't really taste good. But I have to do something, Sharon. I'm dying every day. Good morning, Dominic. Good morning, Bruce. Good morning to the world out there. Sharon, I listen to you. I hear the program. I have been honest with you in between because I'm doing a little biblical research this morning. I want to discuss because I read with you when you get a chance. Call me and let me discuss it. Till I read, Dr. Williams or whoever bring that word to the PN, they really know what they were talking about. Read. And that's why I was so open and still that Kamala has come out in a red hat and a red dress. She tried to sneak in there, but she can't get in there. Red is reserved for the PNN and it says so till we all die. So stay with your yellow. With the sun that's good on all the time. Sharon, I don't know what to say about women again and the behavior.
and the men and the alternate thing. You see this thing what they call women's liberation? That has spoiled everything. I mean, it's good to be free from the burden of sin, but I mean, say women, since they burn the brand, do all this kind of thing, and they want to be equal to man. That's when all the problem come in. And I hear people talking and see I just quote Bible, because the Bible is our justification and it is our condemnation. And when we go against the principles of the Bible, we lose our compass, we on our own, we get disaster. Women was never made to be in leadership, Sharon. And another piece upon it, that was studying into the Bible this morning. Women was never meant to be leadership. Women was meant to be a helpmate. But the men, they lose the manhood and make women snatched away from them and causing all this confusion right now. Because when a man spoils a woman and he realizes he's getting weak in his own territory, he wants to take kind of advantage and pick up on a woman. That's all this thing that's come from, you know. When the man and them realize that they ain't doing the things right in the house and the wife has to do everything and do this and remember to do that and take care of the children and everything like that, they put the weight on the woman and the woman stand up and they start to just lie down and watch TV and their couch potato. They want to come and take advantage of the women. And some women go on overboard. They go and swell up the bottom in the middle, they put in eyebrow, eyelash, do man can't touch the hair. They can't make passionate love with their husband. They can't put their head on a pillow to sleep. Showing that lacking that with the love gone, you know. People too much materialistic. And as long as we have that kind of thing, we don't have crisis. We just have to pray and pray, Almighty God, that these young people get a relationship with God so they could be guided in the right direction, how to treat a woman and how to treat a man. Because it's right there in the Bible. And I get very serious about this stuff, so I realize my conversation will be a little different. Because I suffered from the world, you know. I too involved in the things of the world, and that was not my calling. So I have to get back into the act of safety. Because I want to live a life of faith, so I could die God's people dead. Sharon, I love her all the way. That can't stop my love. That was tell whatever hear me, I say I love somebody. I love them from my heart. I want to say I'm not having anything to do some people. God knows my heart is not tucked up in my heart, but you have to stay away from certain people, Sharon. You understand? I want to share something with you when you come off the line and you have time. So you guys enjoy me, take care. Love, 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 love.
Thank you very much. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Sharon.
Morning.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Morning, Bruce. Morning, Mr. Chance, Teresa Conliffe, Mommy Sauce, Miss Cummins. Miserable fireman, I'm not hearing you. Gratsky. Sharon, this morning I called to wish all women International Women's Day. Sharon, and continue doing the great job you're doing, right? And I'm watching you live on the YouTube. Don't let nobody get upset, but keep doing the job. May God give you health and strength. Happy International Woman again to all ladies of Trinidad and the world. All you take care, right?
Thank you very much. Sometimes people just really think that you're stupid, eh? The world of technology is a thing of a boy. It's a thing that it can't hide.
Yeah.
You have your political agenda. And you know, we keep asking, who is this person? Who is this person? And I keep asking, we must find out one day who the person is. But they're so smart that they fall in this stupid group this morning. You understand? Thinking that we wouldn't find out. So the famous us cussing me my tail, trying to insult me many times, cussing the PNM, Dr. Rowley, wherever, and think we would not find out who it is. Monica Briggs, good morning to you, my darling. I'm so sorry and want to apologize, but I don't know. We're working on it. All right? She's calling. She's in Toko, and she said she's not hearing. So we're working on it. Don't worry. Solitaire Ines Elliott, thank you so kindly for your comments. And you'll have more to come, don't worry. I myself was extremely proud. Thank you so much. Famous us. You should have put an A instead of the U. Or if you want, you could put a P. Or a R too. Thought we would not find you out. So stupid. And I will expose you. Pretty imps. Caller, good morning.
Blessed morning, Mr. and Felix.
Morning, Sugrim Trace.
Yes, Dominic, Bruce Wayne. I would like the women and them to celebrate the International Women's Day. Mr. Chance, the list that the PNM have is very, very long. You know that. If you was watching you. The care for women in the PNM have been since age a 1 day, if you was watching you, up to this present day, and it will continue so. Now, Ms. Felix, concerning the matter, you know, I sit down here and listening very carefully to everything that is being said. You know, the list that all you calling out there with all these women that are murdered. Only touch the only just at the surface. Check it out good. Now the men and them who murder these people, right? Some of them sitting down in the jail, waiting on a trial. You know, we still under the PV Council, whatever 5-year moratorium. After 5 years, you can't hang nobody if you was watching with the Pat and Morgan business. We are the Caribbean Court of Justice, you know, they ain't going there because the composition, it didn't have no Indians and you know, they have favoritism in the Caribbean Court of Justice. But here we're really going on, Miss Felix. You see, blood is in the land, it's on the land. And the person who shed blood, their blood must be shed. There'll be no cleansing of the blood that is shed in Trinidad and Tobago by any means other than that. And if they want to keep these people in the jailhouse for the rest of their life, think twice. I want them to start the putting them, just which are they put on the murder victim, I want them to put the victim who do the crimes, put them grave right by the side of them. That is the person you murder. Well, that's where we want here right now. Miss Felix, I'm very hurted about what is going on with the women in Trinidad and Tobago now. Because the men and them is premeditated crimes being committed in Trinidad and Tobago. Or also, you will kill your wife. All right. I'm waiting for this nice little girl to come in the maxi or to rape she. That's what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago, Miss Felix. And we must put an end to that by showing love. You know, they want to love up the wife. The little girls and them here is 18 and over. Look for people 18 and over to do your mess now. In Trinidad and Tobago, all in no love boy men. Men all in no love for woman. Men who outside there, who premeditating murders against women, rape against women, battering women. Oh gosh, all you think twice now. We have a loving society. We're missing that love. Love gone through the window. Love is crying to come back in. And why we don't want to open the door and let it back inside? Miss Felix, thank you very much. You know I could say more, but thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you so much. Oh, Lord. All your goodness. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon.
Burton Trace, how are you?
Well, good. Only thing we're getting a lot of rain these days.
Oh, gosh. Well, you know the rain had to fall for the water to build up so we can get water in the pipe.
Bruce and Dominic,
morning.
Sharon, you know, it's a little while now we haven't gotten this radio station clear, like how we are accustomed getting it. Yeah, girl.
They must want to silence me, you know, all kind of thing they want me to talk.
Yeah, girl, we hardly get in the station clear like how we are accustomed getting it. I don't know if something is wrong with the engineering department or something.
All right, well, we'll pass the info.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll pass the info.
I said I had to call earlier and let all you know.
Okay.
Yeah, all right then.
Thank you so much.
Happy Women's Liberation Day to you all.
Thank you, my dear. And Nelly go to say same to you. Oh, gosh. Thank you very much, Burton Trace. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon.
Morning.
Good morning, Bushi.
Morning.
Good morning, Dominic. And a special good morning to all the women of Trinidad and Tobago and international. And a special good morning to the PLM woman of Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, have a blessed one and all God's blessing on our nation.
Thank you so much. All right. So Trinidad and Tobago will be coming back in a short while after the Royal Castle meal tip of the day. It's going to be up in the next 2 minutes and some seconds. So, but I'll take your call in the meantime. Bartaria?
But I don't know. I doesn't listen, so I don't know if I playing fast. Are you telling me the Spranger create a account and bashing me, mother?
What you talking about?
I did have a man that call. Well, we just call them Sprangers.
Oh, don't call no name here, please.
Well, I say Spranger.
Oh, must be.
Okay. Well, apparently the Spranger sprang in and trying to sprang me out.
It looks so.
All right. I was George. Enjoy your morning.
Caller, good morning. I just tell you, don't interfere with me. I don't interfere with nobody. I just understand. I will answer.
Morning to Trinidad and Tobago and love to all the lovely women of Trinidad and Tobago. Miss Puna said it to me because I couldn't say something. I get beaten for saying it like that. It's exactly what you say. As a man, I couldn't say it so, but that is how I see it. Miss Puna, thank you for the message that you give them, and I hope they understand what you say. Love to Trinidad and Tobago and all the women. Girls, good morning. Good morning to everybody. Love again to all women in Trinidad and Tobago. Talk to you later. Mr. Bago, Mr. Paya, Gloria, Mr. Spiceabad, everybody. Zina, everybody. Morning, love.
Caller, good morning. Good morning, my dear. How are you?
Hi, good.
What's up?
I just calling to say Happy Mother's Day. Happy Woman's Day.
That's okay. Hey, all is well?
Yes.
Okay, my darling. We go into the meal tip from Royal Castle. So when we come back.
Okay.
Right? So
hi,
have a good
Uncle
day.
Bruce. Hi, Uncle Dominic.
Hi. Morning.
Bye-bye, darling. Have a good day.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Royal Castle Soca Shot on the street 919. Thinking of what to have for lunch or dinner? Here's a meal tip from Royal Castle. If your day is hectic and there's no time to cook, save time. The Castle is known for tasty chicken, but have you tried our rotisserie chicken? Pick up a single meal of a quarter rotisserie chicken and any one side. Choose from crinkle cut fries, creamy potato salad, tasty coleslaw, or fresh salad. If you really like rotisserie, try one entire chicken. We even have the banquet special, a bigger meal for the entire family of one whole rotisserie chicken, 4 sides, and a 2-liter soft drink. Make sure to pick up some of our creamy honey mustard sauce or tempting pepper sauce and have a delicious, satisfying lunch or dinner. Pop into a branch close to you. See you at Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste. That was the Royal Castle meal tip on the street 919.
Royal Castle happily presents our New Year giveaway. When you buy a family meal, you could be in to win some happiness. A kitchen appliance combo of a new stove, fridge, and microwave. Whoa! A living room set, a washer-dryer combo, or a dining room set. Other goodies include Samsung Smart TVs, grocery vouchers, or one of 20 tablets. Just write your info on your bill and slip it into the entry box in store. It's easy to win with our New Year giveaway.
That was the Royal Castle Soca Shot on the street 919.
right. So Trinidad and Tobago, we are back. National Congress of Incorporated Spiritual Baptist Organizations in Trinidad and Tobago Liberation 2021 celebrates the 70th anniversary of the repeal of the Draconian Prohibition Ordinance of 1917, fulfilling our spiritual liberation. Coming to the Iwer stage on Wednesday, 10th March 2021, 6 p.m., we have Archdiocese of the West India United Spiritual Baptist Sacred Order Incorporation with Bishop Patrick Roberts and the New Jerusalem Church of Jesus Christ, together with His Eminence Patriot Dr. Stephen F. Julian, His Grace Archbishop W. Leon John, and King Shepherd Ray M.S. Braffett. Contribution in support of this campaign can be made via the following. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to contribute only to 20 TT dollars. Go to Fund Me TNT, choose the campaign of your choice, and contribute. U.S. fans, please use Cash App payable to 1-863-594-3659. Streaming live on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and Neil Iwer George, YouTube at Iwer TV and The Street. Contribute to show your support and always be a winner. And remember, you can contribute, we have any prize this week?
Yes, but we haven't think it yet. A little later today.
Okay, so by tomorrow we'll tell you what is the giveaway for this week. So, and you have to text your name to 9191, put in your name, and it show your listening titles. I sure we just be hitting the list hard, right? So Trinidad and Tobago, that's how we have to do it now. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of information. I want you to see what's happening, and I'm asking you to log on to our YouTube on Facebook. You know, one morning I had to get all you had to log on, you can't do me that, yes? I need to see you all. I want to know you're there. Sometimes I feel lonely. If Bruce and Dominic in here, I just feel like, oh gosh, where they gone, boy? So come on, log on, let me see you. I need you. I need you. I need to see you. Famous, us go and take a rest. Go and mind baby. Right. So, we have 162 on Facebook. Guys, you need to up that number because let me tell you, YouTube is 400. So, up your number, Facebookers. We want to see you. And YouTube, give me a little more. I want you to be part of this and what you see. And you will know where you're going. You know, I always have to thank Iwer George and Sheriff, Lord. They always in support of me. God bless them. Happy International Women's Day to Sherifa, Poopsie, and Nisi. I wonder if all that was... Oh, no, the two girls, and I want to make no mistake. To Sherifa and the two girls, happy International Women's Day. To all of you women, all of our women, all. But all you can't be a hypocrite. I just want to tell all you, please, I can't. So, I'm expecting Famous us to come back in the form of something else. Might be a ghost. You know? But we caught you. I keep telling all of that, and when I tell you that, I keep saying that. We caught you this morning. AA, a famous IMS. Take out the US and put a A. All right, so, y'all need to up your numbers. 418, come on YouTube. We can do that. We can hit 500. Come on. Facebook, what's going on? How many shares? Where are my shares? 328 comments, but 167 people viewing. Eh? Nah, man. Come, nah, man. We have to do better than that. Right. So, 26 shares, 333 comments. Come on. Where are my Facebook viewers today? And YouTube, I tell all you the best morning program. Then nobody could touch me with numbers, but and Bruce and Dominic, they can't touch me with the numbers. Let me do a survey now. All you want to do a survey? All you want us to do a survey? I'm going to ask Massachusetts to do a survey on mornings first. Check out the different radio stations in Trinidad and Tobago who are viewing online. Tell us what are the viewers, the viewership, what's the numbers. Massachusetts, that is your your project. Hit me and tell me what's going on, and then you'll report us and tell us. And if we had a prize to give away, you'll see. So, guys, I seen all your 417. We looking good. 168. Facebook ain't moving at all. What's going on? And you know, some of Tobago, they're not hearing, and they would have been some of the people who will jump on. Anyhow, I just want to play this for you all to hear and to see. All right?
Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
So you 1, 2, 3, 4 space bar.
All right, so people, and again, we want to continue to thank all of you who came out on Saturday. Telling you. Yeah, man.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore, and I know too much to go back and pretend.
I really wanted to be part of something that is bigger than me. Politics chose me. I was asked to offer myself. I did.
Throughout my life, I've always found myself offering, guidance to other persons.
Because as women, we are all responsible for the future.
And being the first female mayor of Point Fortin, it presents me with the opportunity. Many younger women see it as an inspiration to them. It also gives them hope and encouragement to become leaders themselves.
So Trinidad and Tobago, I just had to share that with you all. It's happening today at 12 noon. Tune in at 12 as the People's National Movement National Women's League present a documentary celebrating International Women's Day. Hear the stories behind the women you see in politics today. PNM Women, premiering today, Monday, 8th March at midday on the PNM's official Facebook page, PNM, the People's National Movement page. International Women's Day 2021, PNM Women, Women in Leadership, hashtag Choose to Challenge. We are the People's National Movement, and we bring this to you, Trinidad and Tobago. And I want to say hats off to the PRO and the social media officer. We have taken this one notch higher. And ain't no other women's group could do it like we do it. Take away the politics, we balance. We dealing with anything and anybody and anywhere. I had to gloat this morning on on our achievement of fine and well executed projects. I ain't hearing all you. I all in him congratulate the Women's League for Saturday. I'm vexed with all you know. So guys, again, we want to say Happy Women's Day to all of you, and the women especially, like famous us with the fast self just now. Sharon, and Happy International Women's Day to you, and to Dominic and Bruce. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that now, with your squeaky voice. Caller.
Blessed love. Yeah, now love trying to get in. Well, the time I have to sacrifice the call now. Happy International Women's Day to you and your in-laws and daughters and them and all the women of the whole wide world and my family of the Titans of Democracy women. Happy International Day to them, and today it's my birthday, as we say, you know. Yes, and as always.
Yes. To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I still have it, boy. Dominic promised to sing next time, so wait, Bridget, let me get the happy birthday. Let me get Dominic.
Next time?
No. the man get cold feet yet?
Mr. David, good morning, and Mr. Bruce Wayne. Blessed love, blessed love. Yes, and I have a partner in my area. His birthday is today. And I am feeling so proud. So all women, just the young ones, come off of that teaser music thing we're going around now, where they say, help me, Miss Sharon.
Yeah.
Yes. But this is something I don't like at all. I don't like. That is a different sense of humor to women. So we'll have to know how to carry about all yourself too, eh? You hear? I want all you to take heed and keep up our head up above the water. You hear, ladies? Not mothers and daughters look alike, walk in the street look alike. You know who is mother from daughter? Respect yourself. And Miss Sharon,
yes,
like the music as it goes, respect yourself. Yes. So, if you have no respect, men won't have respect for us. And since I was growing up, that's the word they always hitting us, and I always wanted to know what they mean by that. And today, I'm 65 years of age, and I am keeping my head above the water. Right? So you all do the same. From a please, Miss Sharon, just come on here and try to relate certain things to us. So I want you all to take heed. Mother Tono Puna, blessed love to you, Miss that boy who does sing Mother.
Oh gosh, you're getting Nancy Gorgeous. Anne Marie and all of the Sasha mother. You see, we here. You see? We here. But I want to. Could I play the ending of this? I want to play the ending of the program. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, my sister. Happy International Women's Day to you.
Good morning, my darling. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning, Bruce. Good morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Great show yesterday, Dominic. I have to tell you that. Great.
Where you feel like they are teaching him for spite, or?
No, I didn't say nothing. I just, I was telling him because I know you is the one who did it.
Oh.
You understand? You know, because what I've been going through with my sister, my friend, I haven't been on for a while. But yesterday, I took in Dominic's show, and oh my Lord, it was great.
He got it just looking for the right team now, and he inside.
All he left now is him to get the 47. Okay, anyway. I just called to say.
My head was down. I hear nothing.
Happy Women International Day to all the women of Trinidad and Tobago, to all the women that is in my life, including you, my loving sister.
Thank you, my darling.
Happy Women's Day to my girlfriend, Pat Warren, my family, Valerie Greenwich, to my girlfriend, Margaret Bacchus, to all Mommy Sauce, everybody. Today, my children, my grandchildren, all the women that's in my family, my mother, the matriarch, she's still alive and going strong, right? And I just had to call in because everybody, you know, it's kind of hard to get in. But this morning I said I would try till I get through. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Gibson. Love you guys. I just had to call to say Happy Women's Day. Morning, Audra. I know you're up and you must be going back and sleep as usual. Anyway, love you guys. I am taking in the show, and I'm back now, okay? I'll be on in the morning. Sometimes I don't write, but I will listen, okay?
Thank you.
I love you guys. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, my darling. All right. Zena?
Good morning, Sharon.
Morning,
Good
Zena.
morning, Bruce and Dominic.
Morning.
And morning to all those out there who locked on, listeners and callers. Sharon, you? I get up I hear in the early part of the show, and I think I dream the rest. I nearly miss all you. So glad I get in. I want to say Happy International Women's Day to all the women in Trinidad and Tobago and the worldwide. attention. So I gonna have to pull back and hear some of the chalala I hear not. Still on them pain and blanket. So they enjoy the day with men out there. And I can't contribute anything because I don't know what to let talk about. So I'll go on later.
Thank you very much, Sleepyhead Zena. La Pierre Blanket. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Just want to say good morning, Sharon, and just to echo all the other callers, happy International Women's Day to each and every strong woman you have in Trinidad and Tobago right now. And to the strongest we know, to you, Sharon.
Thank you so much, guys, for Saturday, as usual.
Yeah, and thank you for having us, you know. Coincidentally or ironically, the last show we did last year before COVID was your show for the Women's League in Santa Grande last year. The first show we did this year for the first month is your show again. So it's ironic, and you know, we thank you for allowing us another stage to, you know, showcase our craft and also to help us with, you know, our little bit side business. We really, really appreciate it.
Cool. I had to tell you about the soap. Oh, God. When I tell you.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Now that one, that potato and rice different. It's silky, boy.
Yeah. We got nice rice flour. And we made this soup. So we were researching it for a bit. So we tried it, which we gave a few of our customers 3 bars just to review, and everybody liked it, and we started to sell it.
Good. All you have to get it. You see, as I reach home Saturday, I say I go in and wait for spite. I wanted to, you know, because and the peppermint and it's peppermint and shea butter. So I gave my grandson one, because remember, he have a little funny skin. So I gave her one for him. And I go in and open that one too today, so I bathe him with the both soap. I bathe him with one in the morning and one in the afternoon.
Yeah. You know, we just try new things, try to, like, you know, make new products and give it a little boost, you know what I mean? So we do research and we try the product, and yeah, so there we are.
But the packaging was excellent. I love it.
Yeah, we trying to improve as well. You know, when you start in one stage, and as you go through, you learn and you try to get products, and you try to invest now, you know, and it will get better. But you know, we better than where we started, actually.
That's good.
Yeah.
Right,
but thanks again, man, and you have a wonderful day and great program, man. Thanks for bringing us out.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay. So you have a blessed day and stay safe and healthy.
Okay, my love.
Okay.
All right, guys, so it's 8:50 a.m. and I want us to we going out. I want you to hear a little piece. This was the ending up. And I want to thank Google, Pastor Google. And of course, we didn't thank my DJ Bruce Wayne. Bruce, where you? Push your head through the window now. Tell him thank you very much for taking time out. Carnage boy. They go Martin West. There's somewhere there. To tell him thank you very much for taking the time out to come and help us out. Always there when I need him. Thank you very much, Bruce Wayne, a.k.a. Jason Thomas. Google, it's all yours.
Good afternoon, everybody. Could you all stand with me as we are about to pray? And happy International Women's Day to all of you. Happy Independence, happy, I'm going to say Independence Women, but happy Women's Day for all of you. I hope that you really enjoy your day and you make sure you look nice. And you know you will always look nice, but you look extra special on that day. All right? So it's my opportunity to pray for you and pray for the women Trinidad and Tobago. And before I do that, I just want to tell you that you need to be grateful to God for being alive. Why I say that to you is today I got the news of one of my friends and pastor colleagues in Florida who passed away from COVID-19. A young woman, she's only 35, and died in her home. And nobody knew that she was there. And she died, and I can tell you of what she may have gone through, because I had COVID-19, and I had it really bad to the point of where I told my wife that she could remarry, because I felt as though I was going to die. So while you are alive and you're standing here and you could breathe in and out, before I even open my mouth to pray, I want you to give God your best praise. If you have never give God thanks. You see, there's not a time to just be social, a pity pat, but there's a chance for you to really clap and say, thank you, God. In the midst of people dying, I'm alive. In the midst of all that's happening in the world, you have kept me. Give God your best praise. You're alive. Good leadership. Good leadership. We have a man of God. We have a man who God has appointed to keep us safe. While other countries people are dying, we have a man that God has appointed in this country that you could stand here today and breathe in and out. When I couldn't breathe in and out, I was breathing. I'm not sure if I was going to get up the next day. And the next day when I got up, I was thankful to God to just be breathing. And you have an opportunity to still say, I'm alive. There are people who are not sure if they're going to be alive. So Father, we lift our hands and give you praise. We lift our hands and give you honor.
Trinidad and Tobago, the time has come, we have to leave. So tomorrow morning we'll give it the full, Google can finish it for you. This is something we should do. We're gone. Ciao.
God, and there is none else like you. So Father, we give you all that is due unto you. All the women that are in this place, we pray, God, that no weapon that is formed against them shall prosper. Body wet like the fire, baby. Body wet, body man them. Chip chop on a wire. Hey, hey. I wanna call that sauce. Like now I got my money sauce. As number be single. Them man want to make no. What you want? Juice. Want to say something? Juice. Hey, I'm a new set. So I have to work for the price. That's the way no splash. What? Body wet, wet gal, what you man them? Chip chop on a wire. Body wet like a fire, baby. Hey, body wet, you see me? Yeah. Body wet like a fire, baby. Everywhere you see me, I put some in looking dreamy. Hey, steam them. Get it. Where you want? Lucas? Want to get to the fusion? I'm gonna give you ladies to the best. That's the wine, no splash. Body wet, wet gal, ready man them. Chip chop on a wine and bubble. Body wet like river, baby splash. Body wet, wet man ready. Chip chop on a wine and bubble. You always have to stand next to a queen and put that crown on the queen head, right? And that's why you are queen.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Nikki, you're looking good.
Thanks. I started running around the savannah.
No. I talking about the view on your TV.
Well, I got a total entertainment makeover from DirecTV. I dress up the living room with big savings, easy installation, and new features. Wait, I'm not looking good too?
Of course, but you could step aside. You're blocking the TV.
Switch to new style of TV with DirecTV. Enjoy quick installation, great packages, fantastic channels, and more. You're looking good with DirecTV. Call 877-4388 to sign up today.
Johnny
AQ Auto Parts Division says it's an assault on battery prices. Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar. Starting from $488. Yes, $488. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed by Massey Automotive. And only available at Tobago Color Shop. Suppliers of paint, plumbing, and hardware materials. Old Farm Road, Shore Park, Tobago. Open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Call 725-5873 or 474-2456. And in Trinidad at Johnny Q, 15 R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook. Remember, batteries from $488.
I decided that I would try it once. For some strange reason, it started to work. Because every time I run on hard surface, my left knee as well tends to pain the next day. So I tried it and some miracle it worked.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. Is it your mind or does the product work?
Well, I've been running on the road every day now, and I have no pain in my joints. So it's definitely the product.
So the product works.
Definitely.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT.
Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody.
Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
When you text on the street 919 FM, you can win weekly fabulous prizes. Text to win. Using your B-Mobile or Digicel handset, text your name to 9191, which allows you to win. One winner will be selected every Friday at 5 p.m. Listen, text and win. You can also view live streams on Facebook at The Street 919 FM and YouTube at The Street 919 FM. Text to win on The Street 919 FM.
Are you tired of going place to place with no real solutions for your health concerns? Look no further and let our team at Louis Herbal Health Clinic take care of you with our amazing specials. Now offering iridology scanning, where we utilize a microscopic camera to detect hypertension, liver damage, a weakened immune system, and so much more issues in the body through the eyes. Iridology scanning is 100% safe and pain-free. Also available is our advanced 3D head-to-toe body scanning using the biophilia tracker, a one-of-a-kind radiation-free device used to detect all chronic diseases, disorders, and inflammation in the body in just under 1 hour. Free consultation with any service and the same-day results available. We are located on number 18 Parakeet Street, Tacarigua. To book, call or WhatsApp Shanice today at 278-1661 or find us on Facebook at Louis Herbal TT for more information.
At any time, anywhere, anyone can be a victim of a violent crime. Each year, innocent citizens fall victim to various crimes. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board reaches out to victims who have suffered financial loss and physical injury as a result of violent crimes. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board, located at Tower C Level 20 International Waterfront Complex, number 1 Ryson Road, Port of Spain. Call us at 627-2376. The program cannot erase the painful memories of a crime, but it can help ease the financial burdens victims bear. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
This is the word on the street. The Tobago only news on Street 919 FM.
Good morning. It's time for the Word on the Street, the All Tobago newscast on the Street 919 FM. Making news in Tobago today, entrepreneurs in Tobago to benefit from manufacturing sector export booster. With the details, I am Jason Shields. A special program for the manufacturing sector will see 40 entrepreneurs in Tobago have the opportunity to benefit from an initiative under the National Export Booster. Last Monday, the Ministry of Trade and Industry launched the initiative at the Victor E. Bruce Financial Complex in Scarborough. Minister Paula Gopi-Skoon said that Cabinet had approved an export booster initiative for the sector valued at $50 million, as the ministry is aiming to double this country's exports by 2025. The ministry said the initiative is made up of 16 programs under 3 broad strategic areas: export promotion, capacity building, and institutional strengthening. She said that in designing the initiative, consideration was given to the unique challenges faced by Tobago companies. The THA Secretary of Finance and Economy, Joel Jack, who was at the launch, described the program as both important and timely. And that was the word on the street, the All Tobago newscast on the street 919 FM. A reminder of the top story: entrepreneurs in Tobago to benefit from manufacturing sector export booster. Stay tuned for more news on the street 919 FM. Our next major newscast comes up at 12 noon. I am Jason Shields. Do enjoy the rest of your morning.
That was the word on the street. Tobago's news on Street 91.9 FM. Entertainment, information, conversation. All on Street 91.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation.